You're listening to the best radio in the universe. Non-stop music. All day long.
You are listening to New Jersey's badass radio legend, Gregory Joseph, on New Jersey 88.7 WGAT Rock On, baby.
Welcome to New Jersey Father's Day Weekend Special with a mean mix of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Rock On, baby.
This is probably the best station in the world.
That's right.
The 88.7 FM Time Machine. Gen X all the way. Baby music is life. With top hits, hot chicks, and your very own mean machine.
This is New Jersey 88.7 FM, home of the Mean Machine, the Lisas, and the Meanie Angels. Don't be gay and rock on, baby.
You're listening to the Mean Machine Radio Show, hosted by Gregory Joseph on New Jersey, 88.6 WGAT Rock On, baby.
Be amazing if one of those jingles could actually be correct. All right. Well, anyway, hi, I am Gregory Joseph, and you're not. Welcome to Mean in the Morning. I'm mean in the afternoon. In the early evening, I'm a little crabby, sometimes even moody, and then definitely mean in like the night. If I did sleep, I don't really sleep. I wait. That being said, welcome to 88.7 FM. It's WGAT presents Mean in the Morning. So different from our Saturday night show, obviously, which was great. The Father's Day special, as you can see, they didn't even redo the board for me. So a special shout out to Benny over there. He's laughing right now because I can see him on the on the teletype. So like my girlfriend in high school told me several times, I'm late, but that's okay. It's worth the wait. And we have a special like a guest co-host today. Like I said, there's going to be different people coming over and hanging with us. Well, I'll hang, they drip, and we come together, and that's what she said. So anyway, that being said, we've had, between me and her, I think we've had 14 cups of coffee, espresso, all sorts of stuff. We're ready to blast off, and I think this will be fun. So for those that caught last week, our maiden voyage, that was last Tuesday and Thursday. We had Mean in the Morning, which is live on our YouTube channel, which is at WGAT Mean Radio. For those that missed it, at WGAT Mean Radio is our Twitter handle, or X, or whatever you want to call it. The artist formerly known as Twitter, and at Mean Machine Radio on YouTube. I believe we're on Kick too. We were going to go on Facebook, but they were acting, I don't know. Facebook can be really so I didn't even bother with that today. It was just they're latching on like a kid in a candy store. Anyway. Let me forget about that. Since we're going a little bit late, let me explain to you exactly what we're doing. So, by the way, real quick, a shout out to our AKA Nicole, AKA Rock Candy. She won the $50 gift certificate, the Amazon gift card for the best dad joke that was posted on my Twitter. That was from Saturday night, from the Father's Day special. It was actually funny. Impasta. See? Sometimes you just got to use that angle. She was smart enough to use it, so she did get it. We sent proof of it. It's on my page right now, so if you scroll down a little bit, and you'll be able to check that out. So we do things from fun things like that from time to time. We're on there every Saturday. For people that consistently ask what time on Saturdays, it's based on New Jersey radio. Yes, I'm on the West Coast right now. Going to be here for a bit, doing different things. Signed a new contract. We're pretty happy about that. I don't give a I mean, what time it is here. We've got 4 clocks. None of them are correct, but I believe that it is 8:59 a.m. here on the West Coast, and that means that it's about to turn high noon on the East Coast. And that's where we're at right now. So, yeah, it's Mean in the Morning for another 30 seconds, at least in the East Coast. And I wanted to thank everybody for coming in. So, like I said, we didn't really post it. We didn't announce it. And we certainly didn't advertise it, as you could tell. But that is okay. We don't need to do that. So it's pretty much going over current events. We don't do politics. We don't do religion. If you've met me for more than 5 seconds or spoken to me or listened to my show in the past several years or whatever the case may be, we don't there's no shortage of that on X, especially. So we'll give you an alternative. That's what Gen X is, baby. That's what we do. That's how we roll. There's enough shit going on in the world, especially that you see if you do reading online or wherever. There's never a shortage of stupid people, dumb shit, conflicting things, all sorts of stuff, just stuff that makes you shake your head and go, what the is wrong with some of these people, or what they're spewing out there. So we don't need to touch on politics or religion, trust me, because I'm not religious anyway, unless you consider me stubbing my toe and yelling Jesus Christ. Other than that, I'm not really religious at all, but some people are, and there's a place and a time for that, and that's not here. Anyway, well, like I said, for those that are coming in on local link, that'll catch this later on when we repurpose it on iHeart, Amazon, or Spotify. It's New Jersey 88 WGAT. I am your host. I am Gregory Joseph. You are not, just so that you understand that. Guest co-host today is a lovely lady from, well, she's from Texas. And you will not be able to pick that out at all with her accent whatsoever. It's completely hidden. Anyway, she's fire. She's a tough cookie. So we're gonna bring her on in a minute, and we're gonna go over some stuff because it's time. We're gonna say things that people think or are thinking or want to say. They hold back from saying. They're too PC to say it and everything. The only thing PC here is my computer. I'll tell you right now. So if you know that for 5 seconds, you understand how this is going to roll. So that being said, you can see it up there. We are on all the different. I don't even do my own social media. So you got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, okay, and iHeart, Spotify, obviously YouTube, Amazon Music, and I think Twitch and Kick and all that other crap too. We're kind of all over the place. So speaking of being all over the place, let's put that up there. So if you missed it on Sunday night's broadcast, we had almost 16,000 people in the X room. We had almost 80,000 listeners, and that's before it gets repurposed. So it was a very successful Saturday night for Father's Day weekend. So, and people got a little glimpse of me with my kids and that kind of thing. You don't see that very often. So I am a real person. I'm not a machine. And I was showing a little humanity that day because that was a day that I missed my dad, and a lot of people do. So we tried to make it fun. The music was great. The requests that came in were dynamite. They were really good. And like I said, we had the dad jokes, and Nicole won it, and she deserved it. There was some of them were so bad that they were good, and that's dad jokes. And what better way to get away? When can you get away with all that in a row? Father's Day, right? So, and we call that top drawer day. And I mean that not because it was top shelf, but because usually the shit that you get is usually cologne, socks, underwear, and it goes in your top drawer. So that's pretty much what that's like. And then everybody in the house, like 16 different people, signed the card. You cheap mother, and then they give it to you. There you go. Happy Father's Day, you. Anyway, all I wanted was like a pizza and like a pillow so I could go to sleep. But in lieu of that, we had fun. We went out to eat and everything, so it was nice. So we hope that you enjoyed your weekend as well. It is not Hump Day. That would be tomorrow, and that's a little jab at one of our media angels, and she'll get me for that later. But hey, got to do what you got to do, right? I can hide behind the mic for now. We're not going to be on video. This is going to be strictly audio, and we will repurpose it later on, and it should be good. Should be fun. So anyway, without any further fondue, let me bring in my guest co-host here. Let me take this off of the screen so you could actually see her little bubble. So there's my bubble. That looks exactly like me, by the way. They augmented the gray hair out of my beard. I don't know why they did it. People are like, no, put it back. Well, I don't have to put it back. It's there. All right, so let me bring her in. So there she is. All right, live from Texas. Good morning. Actually, well, yeah, it's still good morning over there. Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Hi, great. How are you?
If I was doing any better, I'd be the same. Thank you for asking. So So we're going to start out with how shitty are iPhones. Can we start with that just to break the ice? Would that be okay?
So shitty. I'm throwing it away after today.
Well, now the cat's out of the bag. Now they know that you actually have one. That's okay. It makes a good stocking stuffer, but just not at my house.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. We can. Yeah, it's.
I'm probably going to trade it in. I do not want it. No more. No more.
Well, that's why they call it Safari, because it's a goddamn jungle out there trying to use the shit. But it's it's not one of my. I'm an Android guy. I have been for more than 10 years. Some people swear by it. I swear at it. I don't like them.
Yep. Only had it a year, and I absolutely freaking hate it. Don't want it. I'm going back to Android.
And there you have it, folks. That's definitely a. It's definitely a way to put that out there. Yeah, that's great. You should do a commercial for them. Like, hi, iPhone's ass. Here you go. But anyway, thanks for being here with us this morning. We were running a little bit late. That's on me. It is what it is. So here we are. We're worth the wait, though. So anyway, your bubble's moving, my bubble's moving. And in most cases, that sounds pornographic, but not in this case. But we're good to go. So, all right. So welcome to Meet in the Morning here. So you're the guest host. I will actually, you know what I wanted to do? Because I think you might have missed it, and a lot of people did, and they were laughing. The Red Robin little jingle that we had on Sunday. Kevin! Not that one. Hold on one second. Yeah, we had
I'm your father.
Yeah, we had several of them, but the one that people liked was the Red Robin one, and people actually came in. They were coming out of spaces, coming out of different places, and coming and checking this out. And so I played it several times. Obviously, I'll be sued by Red Robin shortly, but that's okay. We don't have anything to give them.
Yeah, most likely,
What the hell? It was fun anyway.
What the hell?
So here it is. Hopefully, you guys can hear this, and this was one. Here it is.
Hey, Daddy, are you gonna come to Red Robin this Father's Day? That's right. You forgot to pull out. Now you get to eat out. All daddies get one free meal this Father's Day. Fuck them kids. This day is about you, Daddy. Only at Red Robin.
And there you have it. Yeah, so I could smell the lawyers.
There you have it. And fuck them kids.
That's right. Who gives a yeah. One day without them was yeah, the hell with that shit. Anyway, so but obviously I jest. I really do. I wasn't serious.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
All right. Well, yeah, see, they didn't even redo this board yet. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to pull up some stuff that's been going on. Like I said, there's never a shortage of dumbasses out there. And that's everywhere. That's universal, which is nice. So you don't have to go far. You can throw a dart and hit somebody that's acting like a complete, I mean, what the is wrong with some of these people? All right. So let's look and see what we have, shall we? We'll start out easy. Now I'm on my East Coast one on one and the West on the other one, but we'll try to make this universal here. Actually, there was something about football, and as people know, I'm a huge Steelers fan. So there was something going on with Antonio Brown. Remember him?
Steelers fan.
Don't even start with me. If you say Cowboys, we're going to have.
No, I hate the Cowboys.
All right, what is it?
I'm Chiefs, but I'm really rooting for the Bills too. I'm all over the place. I love football, period. So, but
it's pro and college. I'm guessing you like both, right?
Yeah, but a lot of pro. I'm big time.
Yeah. All right.
But
so
I would love to see the Bills in my lifetime go and win. It'd be great.
Well, as long as they don't just go and lose again, because we had to do that in the 90s. So
I don't want that. If they're gonna go, they need to win.
They almost that had to have been hard for you to
it was very hard.
Well, they played the Chiefs, right? So if you like the teams, what do you do then? You got to go sit in the bathroom for 3 hours.
It was hard. I was like, if you're going to be the best, beat the best. And, they didn't. So.
Well, that's true because being a Steeler fan, we would have been in several more Super Bowls. And I'm not even joking around. Several. But it was a hard time to get around the Patriots back then. You know what I mean? They were in the middle of their dynasty. So, and I understand if it wasn't for that, we would have been fine.
Well, yeah. Also, if Tom Brady didn't cheat all the time, no.
Exactly. He's got what was that called? Deflate Gate and
yeah. I mean, half those rings probably became, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, once he was off, actually, I hated Brady because
I hate Brady.
We couldn't beat out of 10 times back then. They would beat us 7 out of 10. It really pissed me off. And we would always get to the Super Bowl when we didn't have to play them to get there. So, it is what it is. But we do have 6 Super Bowl rings. So does Dallas. So does the Patriots. And I think Dallas has 5. Oh, no. Dallas has 9 have 5, I think.
I am not a fan of the Dallas Cowboys.
Jerry
Jones has ruined them. So
I was in Dallas a few weeks ago, and when you go through, and now this was a while ago. I was on my way. Real quick, I'll tell you a story. So I was on my way out to the 2002 World Series when the Angels were out in California. They were playing the Giants, and we had to stop over to LA. We had to stop over from. This is when I was down in South Florida. So I was doing Miami Dolphins radio back then. And so we had to we're going from Florida we're in Dallas Fort Worth. And I remember walking through, I got all my Yankee stuff on and all this other shit. They're just eyeing me. I'm like, fuck it. And then I'm walking through where the duty free and all that stuff is getting through to get to the shuttle. For people that have not been to Dallas Fort Worth Airport, you have to go in there and then you have to take this little shuttle thing to get to
it's annoying.
Yeah, it sucks ass. I don't know who thought of that.
That place sucks ass bad.
I've been in some really bad airports. One in O'Hare sucked. The one Dulles, I think it is. Where's that? DC. That one really sucked. Denver is no picnic either. JFK in New York. Yeah, I'd rather stick a salad spoon in my eye than to go back there. They lost my luggage on Christmas Eve once, but that's another story for another time. They did bring it back. I got it on Christmas Eve actually, and That was nice of them to bring it 2 days later.
Yeah.
With the lock busted, and so that's pretty cool. I'm sure I left it that way. Anyway, so bottom line is, I'm walking through like where duty free and all the things are, and there it is. There's Emmitt Smith jerseys and Aikman, and then I'm like, I want to throw up like in my own mouth. I couldn't. It's all down. And then I saw Roger Staubach, and that's when I was off to myself. I'm like, no, I hate Captain America. I can't stand that shit. Steelers used to beat the shit out of that. Those were good Super Bowls, though. They were great, actually. The Steelers in Dallas back in the day.
Yeah, they were great. I used to be a Cowboys fan, but after so long, you just give up. I mean, it's ridiculous.
So
like how long do we have to wait for you guys? I mean, no, I'm done. I'm out.
No, you wouldn't even make it to the show had you been a Dallas fan. I would have been like, sorry, we're having technical difficulties for the rest of the year. No, but look. Good is good, and when they won, and we'll get into sports more thoroughly another time, since you can hang with that. But basically, the Herschel Walker trade back in the day made the '90s Cowboys, and for people that understand how football works, Dallas got rid of Herschel Walker, got all these picks, and they got Emmitt Smith, and they got Darren Woodson, and they got and
then they were great, and then they
Anyway, but hey, look, at least my team is in a lot of people have teams that they don't even sniff the playoffs. At least mine is in there every year. I mean, they miss one here or there. Roethlisberger retired and that kind of thing.
I really like Roethlisberger. He's great anyway. So
he was great. Yeah, he really was. He was tough, and those are some great games. And we did win Super Bowls. And I remember it always seemed like it was around the same time, because when the Steelers won the Super Bowl, the Yankees won the World Series the same year. So that was 2009. So that was a good. Both your teams can win like that. That's happened in the 70s for me when I was a little kid, and it sometimes comes around. So yeah, I've been a Steeler fan and a Giants fan. I used to work for the Giants. I used to work at LT's restaurant a long time ago, DJ over there. Lawrence Taylor, for those that don't know who LT is, but if you're Gen X, you do. Anyway, let's go to what I was going to go on here. But so to end that, I don't go to Dallas Airport unless I really have to. Not saying the people are probably nice. I'm not saying Texas is horrible. Obviously, the Cowboy cheerleaders, I can deal with that. But that's about it. Yeah, they're top notch. I'm not going to lie to you. As an alpha male, I could sit and watch them all day. But anyway, so here we go. Antonio Brown, who I believe, until he got hit by Perfect, that really hard, he could have been one of the best receivers ever. And I'm not just saying it because I was a Steeler. I'm a Steeler fan. He was that good. And he was never the same. I was at the last game that he played. It was at the Jets. It was in New Jersey, and they were playing Tampa. This is when he was on Tampa. And remember that he took his
I don't know.
He went Ubats. He did.
Yeah.
But now other things are happening. So here we go. And it says Antonio Brown. I could bring it up on Wikipedia and everything, but as we do know, here we go. Let's go into the Associated Press, because I get that. This is from the other day anyway, but I get it. When you have media, you can, and you're part of the media, which we have with our license, we get everything on the wire about 4 or 5 minutes prior to everybody else. So it's kind of, we get it a little bit early. So here it is. It says, actually, I should probably make more sense if I shared my screen. So 1 second. Let me put it in on this one, because it is connected. Look, they did do something for me. How about that? All right, 1 second, and I'll share the screen for you so that you can see what I'm looking at, which would be nice. There it is. Got it. I'm late on everything today. Jesus Christ, it's the worst. I'll be fine. Well, I'm still 3 hours behind. I'm still getting used to that and 125-degree heat and all this other shit that's going on. So, all right. So, got to get used to it. So let me share my screen. Here we go. Boom and boom. So let's take a look at this. We'll put you down here. Let's make this a little bit bigger so that people can see.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. 4 years of college just paid off. Let me remove this off. Remove this off of here so we can see the actual.
I haven't heard much about him since those murder charges, so I don't know.
Well, well, there it is. It says ex-NFL star receiver Antonio Brown facing attempted murder charges in a Miami shooting. I read about this the other day. Supposedly he shot at some guy and he grazed his neck and he went after him and he said, no, it wasn't me. And I don't know, whatever. But I will read it on here. So as let's see. We'll bring this down a little bit, and it's trying to get me to. All right. Former NFL player Antonio Brown is facing an attempted murder charge stemming from a shootout. I'm sorry, from a shooting that took place during an altercation outside an amateur boxing event in Miami, which he lives down there, according to an arrest warrant. Brown, 36 years old, is accused of grabbing a handgun from a security staffer and firing 2 shots at a man he had gotten into a fist fight with earlier. The victim, Zolquari, if I'm saying that right, Zolquarnain, I don't know, Kwame Namatu. Yeah, okay. We'll call him Jim Smith. Told investigators one of the bullets grazed his neck. Okay. He must live a charmed life. But anyway, the warrant does not list an attorney for Brown, an all-pro wide receiver who last played in the NFL in 2021 for Tampa Bay, but spent most of his 12-year career with Pittsburgh. Brown did not respond to messages sent to his social media accounts. Gee, that's probably the smartest thing he did because he used to just, like, blather out, right?
Right. That's surprising.
Well, he was probably told to shut up this time because it can be used against him. The second-degree attempted murder charge carries a maximum 15-year prison sentence and up to a $10,000 fine. In the latest series of legal problems for Brown, who had previously been accused of battery of a moving truck driver, several domestic violence charges, failure to pay child support, and other incidents during a 2021 game with Tampa Bay against the New York Jets. See, there you go. I was there. Brown took off his jersey, shoulder pads, and gloves, ran off the field. Yeah, he threw him into
completely batshit.
He's like, "Hi, I'm crazy."
Yeah, hello. I let the crazy out of the bag.
Right, leading to his release by the Buccaneers. And if I remember correctly, I'm no big fan of. Well, now that he's retired, or even when he won with Tampa Bay, I don't hate Tom Brady anymore. He actually does a pretty good job as his first year as doing like games, like being a color man for I think it was at Fox. I think, I don't know.
I gained a little respect after he did the Netflix show where they roasted him.
I didn't see that. I heard it was pretty good.
I was surprised Tom Brady would let them go that far with him. It was pretty good.
Okay. Well, you know what? He helped him and gave Brown another chance and got them to sign him and everything. And it just wasn't with Bruce Arians and everything. And then they were already Super Bowl contenders. And had he gave him another chance. Yeah. And he screwed it up. And just, Brady did all this stuff for him. And he just, I think when he took that hit back in, I believe it was the 2015, if I'm not mistaken, the playoff game against Cincinnati, he got nailed by Burfict, a vicious hit across the middle. We got him back later on, that guy Burfict. He was known for being a headhunter and a dirty player and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And Marvin Lewis, the coach at the time for Cincinnati, was like, seemed to be okay with this shit. That's why we don't like Cincinnati or Cleveland, any of them anyway. And then you do that crap. By the way, we won that game. I don't know how, but we did. But he was never the same after that. The CTE, whatever it is.
Right. It does happen. And you know what? It started happening back in the early days. And it really was with a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers players that started noticing the CTE. And so, yeah, you get hit too many times in the head. I think, you got problems. So
it was in that movie too, where it was where
concussion.
Right, with Will Smith, right, and the first person that they were aware of, you're correct, it was a Steeler, it was Mike Webster, the center for Pittsburgh in the 70s. He was a Hall of Famer and everything. That poor man died. What a sad story
that was a very sad story.
He didn't know where he was, what he was doing. He was cognizant of it up to a certain point. His wife, his whole family was just devastated, and not because he was a Steeler. I mean, just the fact that nobody wants to see that happen anyway. And he took, come on, this is the 70s. What were the helmets made out of, like, plastic or whatever? It was just took a lot of hits, and I believe it was either him and others that they were able to do an autopsy and go into the brain and see the damage and put it up on the so they maybe his unfortunate death will help other people to, at least scientists or doctors, to understand on what to abstain from and how this happened, what happens, what it looks like, that kind of thing. Right. So maybe we can save others. Kind of like a kidney donor in a crash would give a kidney to give someone else for life, like kind of something like that. That's the way I see it. But in any event, that's Antonio Brown. I don't know. So I thought he was like on the run or something here.
I thought he was too. I thought he was evading the arrest.
Well, let's see. It says, it looks like they went to Brady for comment. After the incident, Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady said people should show some compassion for Brown, who lived at Brady's home during this time in Tampa Bay. This is going back to the thing that happened in 2021.
Yeah.
Talking, it was a difficult situation. But anyway, fast forwarding now. So let me do that so that you can see it as well. So I'm going down. According to the arrest warrant, Brown attended a celebrity boxing event in Miami on May 16th. Police were called to the location after other patrons reported hearing shots fired. Several of them told officers Brown was the shooter, but when he was detained in the parking lot, no weapon was found, but 2 bullet casings were located. Okay. So let me guess, you didn't throw it over into the bushes or something? Like, are you serious?
Right?
He's not that crazy. Yeah, let me hold on to the gun. Anyway, that's literally the smoking gun. Like, literally. Anyway.
Yeah. Let me just leave the casings there.
Yeah, let me put this in my belt. They'll never find it. So,
yeah, never.
So it says Brown. We shouldn't even be laughing about it, but like him. Brown was released then because the victim was not found immediately. What did he do? Run away? According
to he just left with the wound and okay.
Come back here. We're going to shoot you too. Anyway, later investigators learned Natabu was the victim. Based on surveillance video, the altercation outside the boxing event involved Brown, Nantambu, and others was broken up by security staff, one of whom got into a struggle with Brown, the warrant said. So he's just going completely ape shit and just like, now who knows? He might have been drinking, he might not. I don't think he needs a drop of alcohol to act completely insane, but there could be something going on with his brain that it sets him on. I mean, he's doing crazy shit, right? I mean, that's not normal.
I mean, there really could be that. The CTE is a real thing, and it affects a lot of the football players, and they still don't even have the equipment to completely protect them against that. And it's,
you would think by now.
Shouldn't laugh about it. It's sad. I had 3 boys playing football, and we chose not to do the college thing, football, because of that right there. They've had concussions.
It's not worth giving up your life, your family, having children, marriage, all these things that you're. Now you have 3 boys, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, they're not kids, but they're your kids, and of course you're going to worry about them. What good parent wouldn't? And you have to make a decision. Was probably an unpopular one, I'm guessing, but it was the right one. How do you?
Yeah, well, we had a conversation about it. I was like, hey, if you're just going to go to this Division, 1 college just because you want to play football and bang your head around and not get an education, let's just not do that. So basically he decided against it. So I'm glad.
Well, what's the average? You might or might not know. I was told, or I'm assuming based on earlier knowledge that I had, that a average career for NFL player, not even college, obviously it's 4 years, even if you don't start or whatever, but you're going to a 4-year college or whatever, whether it's whether it's like the Big Ten or whatever it is. It could be the Southeast, whatever it is, a big school, a small school, at least 4 years. But for pro, if you're lucky enough to either get drafted, because there's people don't realize there's thousands of great college players.
There really is, yes.
Not everybody gets.
Right.
You're only seeing
a very small percentage.
Yeah. And
college is fun to watch. There's a lot of great players. It's really good.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe they love playing it and they're great at it, but that's not really what they want to do. They want to be a doctor. They want to be a lawyer. They want to go into business, whatever it is. There's nothing bad about that. I know plenty of people that did that. And then afterwards, that was my whole point. Football ends physically at some point. Your heart's there. You don't have the tools anymore. And then you have something to fall back on. And that's why you need to have a degree, or at least have knowledge and some kind of education, and do whatever you're going to do afterwards, because you can't play football for 30 years and retire. It doesn't work that way with your body. So that's why.
I think Brady hung on way too long. He should have been gone.
He probably should have ended winning the Super Bowl with Tampa.
That's how he should have ended. He came back and he's stupid.
Elway did it. Peyton Manning did it. Like their final game. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But he's a competitor. He didn't do it for the rings anymore. He didn't do it for the money, not for a very long time. This was his craft. This is what he loved doing. Like Joe Namath played a little bit too, by the way, is my favorite quarterback of all time. Not Terry Bradshaw. Sorry, Terry. Even though I'm a diehard Steelers fan, love Terry Bradshaw. Definitely a Hall of Famer. One portion. Love him as a guy on the host. One of the guys on Fox. Does a great job. But Joe Namath, he was my man. Had he had good knees, he had like 8 or 9 knee operations or whatever. Had he had good knees, he could have been his knees were constantly shot Namath threw the ball downfield like no one I had ever seen, or very few, and right on the money. That's just my opinion, but I've always been a big Joe Namath fan, so that was my favorite quarterback. Anyway, yeah. So rolling back and circling back, that's what's going on with Antoine, and it's sad. I'm not happy about
It
this.
really is sad. Yeah, and if that's the case, then CTE or anything's involved, it is. It's sad.
Going back to Brown again, says in a social media post after the altercation, Brown said that he was jumped by multiple. Now, remember, he's not a big guy. I mean, he's strong. He was a football player, but he's not like big. Like he could take on like 10 people. No, but he was a football player and could take hits and, that kind of thing. So he's tougher than your normal person or average person at that weight and height, I'm sure. In a social media post after the altercation, Brown said he was jumped by multiple individuals who tried to steal my jewelry and cause physical harm to me. Do I believe that's possible? Sure. That boxers, all sorts of people get tried. I've worked in these clubs in South Florida and in LA. And
well, when you have boxing events and men and you're at that, it gets testosterone going up. I have 3 boys. It goes around. We couldn't even watch wrestling because they started watching it and then wanted to beat each other up.
I used to do that with my younger brother. Rite of passage, he used to do the old Jimmy Superfly snooker from the top of the couch, and he's like, "No," and you poof, and you go, "Yeah," and then you drop the hammer, "Yeah," and then she's Turbo, I'm going to do the sleeper hold, and he's like, "Mom," it's
yeah. I was a huge Rock fan, and I had to stop watching it because we're watching SmackDown. My kids would literally start doing all of it. I had to cut it out. They're trying to kill each other.
That was the that was the 80s. So we're talking like the early to mid 80s. So I'm like walking off from school and I'm walking in, and my mom would be standing there and she'd be like, "How was school?" And I would do like my Hulk Hogan, be like, "Well, let me tell you a little something, Mom." And she's like, "Would you knock off that shit? What the is wrong with you?" It's just like, "Yeah, what's up into a Slim Jim?" Like, like that kind of stuff. Like Hulkamania is running wild. She goes, "You're going to be running wild when your father gets home." How's that for running wild? So,
oh yeah, those were some fun days. The Von Erichs, yeah, all that.
Well, Von Erich, yeah,
that's crazy.
I remember those. I remember a lot of the wrestlers. As this is taking quite a turn with this conversation, but
sorry,
no, don't be sorry. Gen X rules. We don't have any rules, and we do rule. So that's it. And you're Gen X, and so am I. So everything is good. We just don't do politics or religion. But we could talk about. I mean, let me tell you, in the early 80s, I saw Bruno Sammartino. I saw Bob Backlund. I saw Chief Jay Strongbow, S.D. Jones, George the Animal Steel. I was going to say Ace Ventura. Nice, Greg. Jesse Ventura, Adrian Adonis. I mean, all those Mil Maracas, the big Mexican guy with the mask on. I mean, all these Jimmy Superfly Snooker off the top row. I loved that guy. Like, yes, just kill whoever it is. Throw a chair at him. Roddy Piper would come out. It was great. The 80s were great, man. What are you kidding? The American Dream. Dusty Rhodes comes out. Yeah. It was fun. My dad brought me and my brothers and I, and we would go to these things that it's changed names so many times, with the Brenda Byrne Arena, Continental Arena, the one that's in Jersey, and they were fun. I remember going, and it was just a fun time. Went to a lot of sporting events, a lot of that stuff, and it was just fun. And those are the type of memories that you and your husband do with your boys and stuff. They're going to remember that forever, and that's a great thing. That's all. It lives on forever. Spend doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And watching them play when they were younger and playing football and everything. So it's okay. They're aspiring and going to be meant for bigger and better things. So as parents, you're doing the right thing. It's not always the most popular, but it is the right one. And they will understand that one day.
They already, they understand.
See? So actually parents that actually teach their kids well, Jesus,
where the rest would think that?
Well, I knew. I mean, I had no doubt, but not everyone knows you.
It's out there.
Yes, it is. If you dig deep, it's in aisle 6 between the Pet Rocks and Windex. There it is. All right. So it says during his playing career, Brown caught 928 passes for 12,291 and 88 touchdowns. He played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Oakland Raiders, New England Patriots, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, winning the 2021 Super Bowl. That's right. He does have a ring. Along with Brady, Brown was a 7-time Pro Bowl selection. He actually played in another Super Bowl. A lot of people forget that. His rookie year, we went to the Super Bowl. I think it was 2010, early 2011. We lost to Green Bay. I don't want to talk about it. But he was in that Super Bowl. A lot of people forget that he as a rookie. So he was in 2 of them.
I do forget that. Was that Aaron Rodgers' ring?
Yeah. Well, who, by the way,
go too.
funny you should mention that, Jessica, because he is now a
Go.
Steeler. For a whole year, we have him if he doesn't die. That's correct. That's great that, sponsored by Geritol. But it's going to be very interesting. Why we got rid of Russell Wilson, I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're doing. We had a great draft and everything last year, and then this past year, I think they were blind.
That.
What?
Did you say Rodgers was going to the Steelers?
He's already signed. Yeah, he's
wow. I didn't watch the draft this year. I usually never miss it.
It wasn't in the draft. It was like we signed him, and when when the Jets don't want you, that's bad.
Well, yeah. He sucked. I'm sorry. Whatever. He just should be gone too. He's going to go out probably not looking great too.
I hope to, but this is like a one and done thing. I don't know if this is butts in the seats or whatever it is. We had the younger guy, I forgot his name, from Chicago. We had him. We had Russell Wilson, who, as the season progressed last year, got better and better. We had George Pickens for him to throw that. Now those people are all gone, but we do have DK Metcalf and people like that. So I don't know. I don't know. The running back situation's like,
yeah, I'm not a Metcalf fan at all.
I don't know what's going to happen. There's too many teams are good. Look, before we go to break, let me just say something. You'll probably agree with this because you're almost like my age type of thing. I remember back in the day, there was the teams that were good, and then there was the teams that were complete. You know what I mean? And It was all about the betting line back then. Now, a lot of these teams are good, or at least somewhat good, where it's not a gimme. Oh, Cleveland's playing Dallas. They're going to win by at least 5 touchdowns. Now you don't know anymore. It's spread out more, which is good for competition, I guess. But I don't bet anymore because I suck at it. And
any given Sunday,
and that's why they play the games. As I believe that was Boomer that said that on ESPN. One of my favorite guys. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. I used to. We would look forward to ESPN back then for prime time and NFL prime. Now it sucks. ESPN like blows chunks now. But when Chris Berman was there and doing the stuff with you remember, like everybody watched it. It was great. It was great to watch. Like the upcoming games. Nothing is what it once was, I guess.
No.
I don't know. Everything sucks except the stuff that doesn't. Anyway, so we'll take that off the screen. But that's pretty much what was about Brown. I don't know what's going to happen. They can't find him, whatever. And I mean, they're not going to put much more about it. I'm putting it on another one that I was looking at, another screen. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. I don't think there's much they can say. I think they're handcuffed by even saying anything else. It's all speculation at this point. But anyway, that's what's going on in football. So you're a Chiefs fan. So I'm a Steeler fan, obviously. That's where Mean Machine came from, Mean Joe Green, and who from Texas. Just a little shout out for your home state there.
Thank you.
And the reason I wanted to become a disc jockey is because the first time I ever heard Wolfman Jack, people that know me have heard the story a million times. I've said it once again. Guy from Texas, so there's a connection there somewhere. I don't know. Yeehaw. Yeah. I don't get it correct. How do you say yeehaw correctly? Can you do it correctly for us, please? Come on. What? What?
No, I don't even say that. I don't
just say it for us. I'll say how you doing. I'm from Jersey. How do you say yeehaw? Go ahead.
No, I say hey y'all.
You're killing me. All right. Anyways.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. There you go. She gave us a yeehaw. Wasn't that people? Did you like the way she did it? Yeah, it was good. Yes. It was good. What the anyway. She did it. I get people to do things. I use the Jedi mind trick. Anyway, we're going to take a break. And when we get back, she's going to yell at me. I mean, when we get back, we're going to, I don't know. I got somebody sending some other stupid crap over here. Yeah. During the middle of us doing something, why don't you try to sell me followers? Are you kidding me? And then call me homie. What are you, retarded? The hell is that? I'm going to read it because this guy is ridiculous. Hey, homie. I checked your videos. Seems like you're new in Kick. Actually, we've been there for 2.5 years, but who's watching? And you're affiliated and verified. Yes, we are. I got a proposal for you by sharing your stream to Kick community to gain 1,000 followers. I could give two shits about that. Earning at least $1,000 per stream. Is that a lot of money? And enable sub button. Add me on Discord. All right, so you could go into a private server and try to screw me. I don't think so, but thanks anyway, Mark. I appreciate that. So They got even had any wherewithal at all and realized that we're live and I could care less about what you're talking about, but that's okay. Yep, they're out. They live amongst us, Jessica. They're using my oxygen and yours.
Well, they need to carry around plants with them so they can replace that oxygen, please, because they're taking up a lot of it.
And that's right. You heard it here first from Jessica, folks. She is quite the philodendron. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's it's good. We're good. All right. So anyway, oh yeah, that's not
what. Oh no.
All right. You know what? I haven't played anything offensive yet. Let's play this real quick.
I rode into town on an ass. Yo mama's ass.
Well, I just wanted to get to everybody. Were you able to hear that okay?
Yeah, and I'm the generation of yo mama, so.
I told you it would be fun. Yes, it would be. Yep. Uh-huh.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No! This is Patrick! I'm not a Krusty Krab.
All right, we'll be right back. Unbelievable. I need a coffee refill. All right, so we're going to be right back for those that are listening in on WGAT at 88.7 FM for a little bit later on. You're listening to Mean in the Morning. I'm not so mean. Jessica's more mean than me, but she hasn't shown it yet. But she did say yeehaw. So we got her to say that. So that was pretty cool. I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but she owes me and she knows it. Anyway, we'll be right back in a couple of minutes. We're going to take a little break that we have a little pause for the cause, if you will. And we'll be back. We're going to go over some more stuff. There's some crazy shit in here that I'm seeing and that we really have to address this. So we're going to go over on time a little bit because we got a late start. But then again, I own the place. Who gives a shit? We're going to do that. We'll be back. Let me put up there. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll Center of a Tootsie Pop? I believe the answer is it 1, 2, or 3? Do you remember? I have it up in the screen there. What do you think?
It's a way more than that.
It's just.
I can tell you that.
I thought you were going to say it's not Tahoo. It's
not you. It's.
See, that's the spirit. All right.
Way more than that. Sorry.
That's right. And she would know. Anyway,
I definitely would.
All right, then. I don't want to do anything that's going to get me physical harm. But anyway, because she has very large children. So I'm going to be nice. I'm going to. Anyway, you're listening to Mean in the Morning right here on WGAT. We'll be back.
You're listening to the best radio in the universe. Non-stop music. All day long.
You are listening to New Jersey's badass radio legend, Gregory Joseph on New Jersey 88.7 WGAI T-Rock Oon, Baby.
And now live from your sister's closet, it's the Mean Machine Radio Show on New Jersey 88 WGAT.
This is probably the best station in the world.
That's right.
You're listening to the Mean Machine Radio Show, hosted by Gregory Joseph on New Jersey, 88.6 WGAT. Rock on, baby.
Okay, let's go.
Tune in to the Mean Machine Radio Show with Gregory Joseph on New Jersey, 88.6 WGAT. Your ultimate destination for real people, real life, and pop culture discussions. Join us for insightful conversations, special guests, and a lot of fun every week. Don't miss out on the excitement. Listen to the Mean Machine Radio Show. Rock me, baby.
All right, well, we'll try to. All right, so we're back right here at Mean in the Morning. It's our new little venture that we've had in week 2, I should say. I think it's episode 3 or 4. I don't know anymore. I'm Gregory Joseph. For those that are just tuning in now, I've got my guest co-host with me today, Miss Jessica May, live from the great state of Texas. That's where they make that big toast, I believe. I don't know. They said everything is big in Texas. I know that I hate the airport, but that's not your fault. So anyway, so we're audio only.
I hate it too.
That's what I'm saying. All right. So without getting in trouble, Jessica is joining us from her bedroom. So that's pretty cool. So we get to all hang out with Jessica in her bed. How cool is that? How many times can you say that out loud without getting punched? That's cool, right? So,
yeah, not many.
Okay, let me write this down. All right, I got one.
No, I'm kidding. You can. I don't care. That's where I hang out.
That's all right. It's it's cool. We're audio only. We could do whatever. I had footsie pajamas, but not since the 70s. But I was considering it. And then there was the underoos phase.
Hey, those are great. I have some. I do.
They're fun to wear, right?
They're fun to wear at Christmas time.
That's right. It makes a great stocking stuffer for those that are using Braille on a daily basis. But it's cool. All right. So anyway, we're going over some stuff that we're seeing like in the news. These are like current events. We were talking about football and wrestling. We're kind of all over the place. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's go to the next thing, shall we? But you know what? Before we do that, let's get to know the lady behind the bubble. So Miss Jessica May here. So she is a mom of 3. She has 3 boys. They are very large. So do not piss her off. Number one. I'm guessing your husband's probably gigantic too. Am I correct or no?
Kind of. It would be ex-husband. So.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what he looks like. He's not that large. It's kind of on both sides.
Well, I'll tell you what. It seems like you have a nice family dynamic, I should say, and you had fun over what was it? Over Father's Day weekend, right? You were
absolutely. We had a great time.
You jet skiing? Was that
yes, jet skiing.
Well, don't hurt yourself. We need you, or at least from the neck.
I'm out there doing 180s. What are you talking about?
See, that's what I mean. All right. So.
I've got a tricks. So we're just doing tricks out there, hopping waves.
Tricks are for kids. What are you doing? What are you
doing? Just look up that jet ski and you would know.
Oh my God. Well, I saw the one picture and you got like that smirk. I'm like, that's an excellent picture. Come on. All right, so let's put up your thing. So there's my little nickname for you for right now, aka Firecracker. Now you've been pretty subdued. You've been pretty toned down. But I'm guessing next time around, you're probably not going to be. You're kind of getting your feelers out there today. So there you are, Jessica May, a.k.a. Firecracker, just for now. And it's, I don't know, maybe we could come up with a better one. This was me.
That's one, because I really hate firecrackers. My dad used to throw them at us yearly. Blackjacks.
Throw them at you?
Around the house, and we wouldn't even know it was coming. He would keep them and just throw them at us and scare us.
Sounds like a fantastic guy, but the point being is that I don't believe, I've never read it because it's in Chinese, I believe, the sides of it, but I'm pretty sure that you're not supposed to shoot at people.
No, just whole packages. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and would walk out to that. He loved to do it, so I'm traumatized. 4th of July is not that great for me sometimes. My brother
coming up. Yeah, all right, good. I'll remember to not have you on that day because you're going to be in mourning. Or maybe you're going to reload. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I might just be packing because.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, but I didn't want to put tough cookie because that's gay. But anyway,
yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah. We've got plenty. I've got nothing but time. I kind of like how we do things there. So there's a young lady. I believe she listened to us last time there. Hello, Lily. It says, "Good show, y'all." Oh, she's obviously from your neck of the woods. She put y'all. That must be one of brethren. If it was New Jersey, it would have been how you doing. That would have been me. But anyway,
how you doing?
people will be listening in eventually when we repurpose it and that kind of thing. So that's cool. So we have Texas and we have New Jersey, and I'm displaced right now. I'm on the West Coast, but I don't know what time it is. Anyway, it's 9:47 a.m. right here where we are on the West Coast, and 12:47 p.m. on the East Coast. So you got about 13 minutes before the top of the hour there. Anyway, so here we are back. And let's take a look and see what else can we delve into and make fun of, or at least like weigh in on at some point, unless you have ideas.
Well, a funny story in my neck of the woods, somebody showed up to court with world's best farter, and the judge was not happy.
World's best? How do you gauge that?
I don't know. He just wore it to court, and it's a whole huge thing here. I'm not going to say where I am, but if you look it up, you'll find it.
Yeah, we don't want to know just for the smell alone. But all right. Well, here we go. 8 dumbest. Now this should be something we can delve into. 8 dumbest things middle class Americans waste money on. I gotta look and see what this is, because there's some people. It's unfortunate. So they're not always uneducated or dumb or misinformed. They're just, I don't know. They're not. All right, they're dumb. But what I'm trying to say is that I don't know. Like some people just don't know. I guess you could say that they're uninformed. You know what I have a problem with? I don't want to tell you right now, Jessica. And I think you know this. We've spoken before. You've been around, for a little bit now, so you understand how I operate a little bit. I don't get upset at people that act dumb or stupid, whatever word you want to use, or do stupid things or make mistakes. But that doesn't upset me. Here's what pisses me off to no end. It really grinds my gears, so to speak. People that are cognizant, they're aware that they do the same, but they do the same thing over and over. And they go, duh, I know, I'm really bad at that. Like I can't stand. Like they know that what it is stupid, but they're okay with it. That pisses me off. What?
I have no problem knowing they're stupid.
Like, well, I do it every time, and I'm going to do it tomorrow. Here's an idea. Shut the up and just try to get a little bit better at it. Not for me, for yourself. You know what I mean? I've never understood.
I'm going to be stupid all day, all morning, in the afternoon, and into the evening hours because I'm dumb.
Just stuff like, oh my God, what are you doing?
They probably got participation trophies, and it just went on from there.
Which leads me to my next thing. That's friggin' stupid. You got to know how to lose before you know how to win. And if everybody wins, yay, we all win.
I do not believe in that.
No, it's bullshit. You know what I mean? You got to sit in the corner and play with clay. And I need a what is
I
that
ate rocks the whole time in the game. Hey, but I got a freaking trophy over here. Woo!
You get off the mat, you go grab one toy, goddamn it, and you go and sit back down. That's the way we were taught.
And a lot of parents were proud of that.
Everybody won. So why aspire to be any better? You know what I mean? It's okay to get knocked down. You got to get back up. And if you don't know what that means or how, then you're actually hurting that child, in my opinion, than helping them. Now, we wanted to bring up their spirits and their, what's the word I'm looking for? Like their confidence, but you're making it worse later. Because then when you're not around and they lose, they lost the game. Guy hit the home run and you lost. You played a great game. You did the best you could. It's a team effort and you guys lost. Okay, it's not the end of the world, but you've got to know, you've got to taste that before you could taste the other stuff. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying you want to be a loser.
You got to know how to lose to know how to win.
Right. I mean,
common sense. I don't even know if that exists anymore. It's not out there.
Not common.
Bring it back somewhere. Sometimes
you're not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong, and that's not just Texas or New Jersey or anybody. That's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Not just the United States. Just people are
everywhere.
I'm not. I just. It's unbelievable. Some of the stuff. Well, anyway, so let me read this, and then let's get your take. Let me share. Let me share my screen with you because you're cool. So I'll share. Hold on 1 second. Let me.
I'm super cool.
Oh, with a cape. Gotcha. All right. Well, my mistake. I didn't read this properly. Okay. All right. So 8 dumbest things that middle class Americans, if there even is a middle class, we've been squeezed like.
Yeah. I don't even know if we exist anymore.
Here's the first sentence. I swear I did not read this. We are not scripted, any of that stuff. All right. So let me just make sure that you can.
Oh, okay. I might be included in that one.
No, you wouldn't be my co-host for that. Please Anyway, it says, here's the thing now. Here it says 8 dumbest things middle class Americans waste money on. There's a picture of Starbucks and all that, which I can't
That's
say.
why I said I might be included on the Starbucks right now.
Come on, Jessica. I did like you up until now. I'm a Dunkin'
Why
Donuts.
do you think I've had so much espresso? I needed it this morning. I just needed it.
That our stuff is espresso. You stick with Texas toast or whatever the hell. I mean, espresso's our thing. It says, here's the first sentence. You are not dumb. You do normal money saving things. You do the normal money saving things. You're a regular at the clearance rack. You don't eat lunch out too much, and you meticulously select the perfect combo of streaming services to watch your faves, because we don't have time to write favorite out. Like people say, delish, I would like to choke you. What, you're in a rush? You can't say that? And that's another thing.
Oh, I'm big on words. I hate that. I'm like,
are you in a rush?
Editing. Nobody's doing their job. Analysts, I don't know. Whatever. Wrote by a 5th grader. Whatever.
I just, here's another thing that I hate. Oh, it's my bad. Okay, stop right there. First of all, what does that does not absolve you from I backed out of my car out of the driveway this morning and I killed your dog. My bad. It does not work. You can't do that. My bad is not like I'm sorry or doing something about it or making amends or whatever it is. You can't just say my bad and walk away. No, it doesn't work that way. I had sex with this beautiful woman. Dude, that's my mom. Oh, my bad. Like, it doesn't work. You can't say my bad. It doesn't fit. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't want it around me.
Just say fuck off would be better than my bad.
Right. At least you know where the people are coming from. Like kind of in my life, love me, hate me, whatever it is. But at least you know what you're getting. I don't hide. That's my real face, my real voice. But I don't hide anything. No AI. But this is who I am. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? And I'll grow on some people and others I won't. But it's okay. But I'm not going to change myself. I know who I am and I'm comfortable in my own skin. Maybe people aren't. This is so delish. You.
Yeah, shut up. Fuck off.
What are you in a rush? Here's the first one. Number 1, car insurance. Cancel your car insurance. Now, people don't read. Are we in agreement, Jessica, that people don't read shit? They don't read anything.
They do not read, and a lot of people even writing. I don't even know if people should read. You have the analyst and the journalist, and they're not even able to write correctly. So if anybody is reading, half the stuff out there is not even edited properly. The editors are not doing their jobs. It's ridiculous. Anyway,
does anybody even take? No, sorry.
No, nobody's reading. Everybody's just trusting what they see on the news or whatever. No, they don't read.
Those are called sheeple. They're sheeple.
Yes, sheeple. Yeah.
Don't believe anything. Put the lotion in the basket. I mean, they don't know what the. I can't say everybody, but I'm getting really sick of that.
It's a high percentage, though.
Oh yeah. All right, so here we go. Go back to okay. So there we go. This tool can help you see if you're overpaying for car insurance. Sounds like a commercial. In just a few clicks, you should be shocked by the difference. $159 per month is what they wanted to charge me. I wish mine was $159 a month.
Yeah.
What are they insuring big wheels? What's $159?
I'm confused.
I thought that was I don't know where this is. This is in like Vermont. I thought that this was the best price. Don't even look anywhere else, right? Wrong. Well, that's common sense. Number one, don't you, if you're going to make something like that, whether it's a family plan, whether it's you and your boys and your husband, like whatever it is, or just you by yourself, like solo, don't you check? It's like getting a second opinion. You know what I mean? Like you do 3 and then you choose one. If you're only choosing one, well, you're taking that out of the equation. That's kind of dumb. That's common sense, isn't it? To check. Let me just make sure that I am getting the best deal, the best price, whatever. Whether it's car insurance or whatever. Why would you not?
Why would you not? People do not. That even using Google, let's go to the first click and yep, that's so believable. I'll read one article and go off that and make it my truth. Okay.
Let me throw Google under the bus real quick, by the way. It's like indexing.
Well, you gotta read a lot more.
Is it worth it if that's going to be your car insurance or whatever it is, health insurance? Don't you get like a second opinion? What I mean by that is take a look at column, at least a secondary option. You don't have to have 10 because those are the people like, oh, I can't make a decision. I have 4 No, you got to narrow it down, taper it down a little bit. My point is that you can't. Why would you need to be told that? How did you
oh my gosh.
I don't know. Anyway, so it says I used to Insurify, is that even a word? And now I'm able to pay just $51 a month for 2 cars. That sounds like bullshit. Too many insurance companies. Where are they doing this? Give me a call.
Yeah.
They push up our rates to make us pay up even more. But I don't have the kind of time, neither one of us do right now, to tell you exactly the inside information that I know from people that did insurance or whatever, and they'll just a couple of drinks and they'll just like bury the whole world. But I got to tell you real quick, with Google, it's like back in the day when you remember let your fingers do the walking. That was the yellow pages, and people paid. It was indexed, so that's why you saw so many. For people that don't know this, it's not a Gen X thing. It's just a thing that we remember. That's why you saw so many vans and companies. Everything was like AAA this or AA or A or B. Or why? Because that's at the beginning of the book. That's why that they always wanted it. It wasn't because they wanted it. So people that had like G or even anything after that, even like X, Y, Z, they're going to go through too many to get there when they were flipping through. Remember, let your fingers do the walking thing. So same thing rings true on Google. You are paying for indexing. I don't know if people know that. So you're paying. Doesn't mean you're the best. Doesn't mean that you are the best for a customer or anything, whether you're selling anything or not. If you're up high like that, that's indexing. If you noticed, it's not alphabetical. Go take a look if you don't believe me. Why? Because they are paying so that you don't have to go through so many, and you're going to find them, and people get annoyed or they get lazy or they get bored or they're tired of going through all these, and they're just going to say, okay, fine, I just passed a few. Same thing as the phone book. Once they got past a few, that was it. That's why. So on Google, you're not going to always find it's not alphabetical. Take a look. Maybe you didn't realize that. I'm not saying you, Jess. I'm saying whoever. It's not. Why? Because they're paying for the indexing. They want it to be up there, kind of like a company pays to have your stuff eye level, their product eye level at a supermarket. That's not done by accident. That's done by design. And to have certain things for kids at their eye level. I'm telling you, that's what they do. I'm positive. Anyway, that being said, it says here, click Zipco, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to do that, but it says they push up our rates and everything. Yeah, we all know that. You have to do that every several months. You could take a look. They're not going to send you a thing. Oh, by the way, Miss May, you're overpaying and we'd like to help you out. But no, they're not going to tell you that. Duh. So
No.
Got to do your own.
Try having 3 boys before you know insurance. That's when I had them on my insurance and they first started driving, that was thousands.
Yeah, you're paying through the goddamn culo. Yeah. All right.
Boys.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still up to not too long ago, I had everything under my name because they were getting crushed. Okay. Born before 1989, credit card holders could get get $30K and settle for less than they owe. Now, I worked for a place a long time ago. It was called the Consumer, and I can't put it out there right now. I was in South Florida, and once again, I had a lot of different jobs other than DJing. I would DJ or broadcast or do whatever I did, but there was other things that I did as well. I have degrees and I did other things. Anyway, so being able to know a lot of stuff that people don't, I found that to be helpful. I never sold it or anything. I told people. Some people believed, some didn't. Stuff like with the credit bureaus. There's thousands of them, but you only hear about 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3.
Right, because they gobble up the other ones, they buy it. Yeah, right. We already know Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. Right, but there's a lot more. There's local ones you don't even know about. They sell their stuff to Experian or whatever, and then it goes on there. By the way, there's ways to do that. And I'm not talking about credit repair and all that other kind of crap. That never works. But there's ways, and I know about it because I've done it. And there's different laws and loopholes and everything like that. And they've gotten even more liberal over the years that you could actually fix that up on your own. You don't need to hire anyone to do it.
That's right. And I was just talking about that this weekend. We've done that.
Yeah. Experience actually in Texas. And so is check systems. Like when you screw up like bounce checks and everything, that's something completely different from your credit report. Check systems. Yeah, I believe it's in Texas as well. So you guys it's all down there where you are. A lot of them. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that now, but that's definitely something. I might even do a space or something like that. You would have to host it. I can't host them anymore, but I can definitely go in there and tell people what I know. And I know stuff about the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, what a bunch of that place is. That's another one. I did a video on that a while ago. People couldn't believe it. Like, yeah, it doesn't mean shit. I am a thing from the Better Business Bureau. I got 5 stars. Right. I can pay for one right now. I could have 3 people sitting in my trunk with no air hole. I could have screwed everyone out there. And if I pay the money, I get the plaque, I get the little thing, I get the stars. Yeah, it's all bullshit. It's
All
not.
bullshit.
It's not a government agency, people. I don't care. Let
It's
them.
not.
It's not.
Most people don't even understand that.
Nope. It's not a government. It has got to be the best marketing job in the history of the world, though, because people go, "Oh, I have the BBB symbol and everything." Who gives a shit? It doesn't mean anything. You know, with the little torch and everything, you could buy it. You could pay for it.
There's actually a lot of places that people think are government agencies, and we won't get into that, but you know,
don't say it, but they're leading you to it very, like, you know, I don't even realize the word I'm trying to come up very not cautiously, but it's very subtle, I should say. But no, it's
they're
not.
grooming. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No.
I guess they could, but like a big thing. They could get as pissed off as they want. I did one, and a lot of people. I got emails from it. Hey, kiss my ass. It's not true. So when someone says I have a perfect record with them, I don't give a shit. So it doesn't mean anything to me anyway. And by the way, when they have like bad reviews, and then all of a sudden you see like a slew of good ones, those are people that work for them.
Yeah, they get paid.
They get paid. They're in different. They put in different ISPs and everything, and they go in there. And you ever notice like there's a really one that trashes it, and there's never like another one out there. There's 10 awesome ones.
10
they
awesome
see 2
ones,
kids and a nun in a drowning bus. I mean, no, it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. I could care less about reviews. They do the movie reviews and all that. No, I think I'll just have my own opinion. Most people don't have those, but I don't need someone to tell me their opinion to make me have an opinion. I just want to use my own.
Maybe you suck and your taste is awful or different from mine. Why would I go by that? You know, I don't know what you like. You probably thought Amadeus was good.
Different.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I'm different.
All right, so it says here credit card hold, blah blah. I can't even get into that right now because that's just stupid. People at home equity. Number 3, it says access a credit limit from $5,000 to $250,000 without touching your mortgage. What, like that backwards friggin' reverse mortgage? In the end, you just use Vaseline, you're getting bent on it. I'm telling you right now, there's no that or amortization or all this other crap. Well, let's go through it. I didn't think these were going to be so.
Those are kind of boring. There's been some purchases, you know, like $2 million humidifiers and.
Here we go. Credit card debt. Pay no interest on purchases and balance transfers for 15 months. And then it comes and hits you like a balloon payment. It goes, yes, it's kind of, who the hell put this together? Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Home repairs. Don't let home repairs drain your bank account. Okay.
Sure.
Here's a good one. And I've done spaces on this, and I've talked about Here's this one. It says weight loss. Save as much as 80% on weight loss meds. Stop it right there.
Why don't you eat right?
It's beyond that. I do stuff on keto and intermittent fasting. It is not
beyond that. It is a little bit, but
it's nothing to do. Like when people say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to lose weight. Absolutely, positively, 100%. No, you will not.
No, you will not.
You'll lose water. You'll get tone. You're not going to lose weight.
No.
And what's the first thing you do when you leave the gym? You drink water. So it's, or whatever you're having, Gatorade, whatever. But what I'm saying is that also, I'm going to have that. And that was a popular one. We had thousands of people in that space because a lot of people are misguided on that. This is not bro science or anything. I have done it. I was full-blown diabetic. I wasn't heavy, anything like that. And I have a 4.9 A1C, and I don't take anything. And because you have to know how the body works and all the stuff that we've been given, all this false information and there's no such thing as an essential carb, and you got to have grains. Bullshit. It's not true. If it's man-made, you don't need it. And you don't have to eat when you're hungry. And you don't eat small meals all during the day to keep your metabolism going. It's the dumbest thing I've ever.
I mean, most people out there they're just gorging themselves. I've seen people just sit there and just eat and eat and eat for hours.
It's not even so much what you're eating, it's the frequency. I'll go over that another time. I think you would be good to be on that show with me because I'm telling you, if you had the food pyramid, more bullshit. If that thing was turned upside down, it would be more accurate. It's not correct. Every time you eat something, anything, I don't care if it's a little cherry tomato, it stops the fasting part. It stops the fat burning part. You're not really burning anything. You just call it that. Insulin immediately is raised. So in the presence of insulin, you cannot lose weight. Impossible. Male, female, age, It does not matter. It is fact. This is science. I am not making this up. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it too much because that's something for another day. But that's going to be a series where we do it because a lot of people want me to talk about it because I do know. If you saw, and I wasn't like heavy, but you got to get healthy to lose weight. You don't lose weight to get healthy. It comes from the inside out. It's not the subterranean.
Absolutely.
It's
It
the
took years to change my entire diet, and I will never. I haven't gained a pound in 2 years.
the visceral. Good, cool.
I mean, so.
And your thyroid, which is kind of your thyroid is, I don't know. It's probably, I guess you could call it the thermostat for your body because you have a thyroid and a parathyroid. See, a lot of people know that. And there's people, well, what about people? Which one? Your saliva, your urine, your blood? Like there's pH all over. Like you so there's a lot of information that is not correct. But I do it in a way where you can understand it's not a diet and you will be okay if you do those certain things. And you don't have to abstain from, I mean, I eat large meals and everything like that. You got to know what you're doing. You got to understand women, as they get older, their estrogen goes up. Men as they get older, their testosterone goes down. So you can't go and buy something off of a this is a cookie cutter one size fits all thing. It's not going to work. It works for me. Ain't going to work for you. So would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. I didn't know if we lost your audio for a minute there. So anyway.
Yeah, we did. So I'm gonna agree with whatever you just said.
Well, it's true, and it's science. I know about these
you
things.
win.
No, it's not me. We all win.
I'm just kidding.
No, well, you get a participation trophy on that one. So
hell no, take that back.
You don't want one of those? We'll make it out of clay. That way it doesn't upset you.
No, please.
All right.
I'll break it.
Like you already. All right. Number 7, overpaying on windows. Arizona residents could save a fortune on new windows. All right. Do we give a shit about this, honestly? No.
No, not really.
Here's one. Online shopping. Stop overpaying when you shop online. Yes, even Amazon. Okay. Here we go. Shopping online has perks. It's super convenient, but it can be time consuming to find the best deals. And instead of hunting for coupon codes that don't always work. I don't understand any of this. I'm not even going to go. This is horrible. This is just like common sense stuff. Restaurants and meal.
Yeah, that's common sense stuff. There's some wacky stuff out there. Like I said, the $2 million humidifiers and
the Associated Press put this together, but they're starting to stuff too.
That's what I said. Nobody's monitoring the riders.
I don't know what they're doing. They're probably outside eating. Oh, my lunch is delish. Kiss my ass. Anyway, we're gonna have to take another break in a minute there, but there's a lot of things that are going. I mean, just looking at some of this stuff. Here's a good one, or what looks to be good. Let's see. Can you see what I have up on the screen there? Oh, wait, I didn't. There we go. I'll put it up there now. It says officers. I'm doing everything on different screens. So I'm at my home studio, so it takes a minute. There we go. All right. So officers who cover their faces could be charged with a misdemeanor under California proposal. Of course, it's California, where everything's friggin' ass backwards.
Yeah, California.
Please. don't even get me
Come
started with
on.
there. Yeah. Remember
Hey,
Superman
somebody
when they
surprisingly let 60 cows out in California. They're just running around down there.
remember Superman, the first one where they said like that California was going to go over like right into the ocean. I say let it.
I do. I say it all the time. Please, can it just fall off? I'm okay with it.
Right, and then all of a sudden Las Vegas becomes a beachfront property. Anyway, and then nothing against the people.
Yeah.
If you're not smart enough, maybe you can't leave. Maybe you enjoy high taxes and walking on hypodermic needles in San Francisco, gangs, energy crisis, all those good things. I was just in California. It was they had all this stuff going on with the ice raids, and there's a lot of dismay and disarray, I should say, out there. But anyway, it says San Francisco AP, local, state, and federal law enforcement officers who cover their faces while conducting official business could face a misdemeanor charge in California under a new proposal announced Monday. So someone actually proposed this. Okay, great.
Nice. Probably Gavin Newsom. Sorry.
Yeah, he sucks. If approved, well, we all know that instead of like putting out the wildfires with water, let's do a podcast.
Yeah.
Idiot. Anyway, if approved, this bill would require all law enforcement officials to show their faces and be identifiable by the uniform. Right. Because I guess like their badge number and their name on there is not good enough. Anyway, which should carry their name on it or other identifier. We already have that. It says it would not apply to the National Guard or other troops, and it would exempt SWAT teams and officers responding to natural. Well, yeah, of course. SWAT doesn't have time to tell you shit. State Senator Scott Wiener, well, there you go. A Democrat, here's another surprise, representing San Francisco, and State Senator Jesse Arguin, if I said that right, a Democrat, surprise again, representing Berkeley and Oakland, said the proposal seeks to boost transparency and public trust in law enforcement. It also looks to protect.
Okay, well, their protesters wear masks constantly.
Well, that's okay. It also looks to protect against people trying to impersonate law enforcement. Okay, well, first of all, if there's a badge number and the name and everything, how are you going to impersonate? Unless the guy is like you knocked him unconscious in the friggin' bathroom in the park or something, and you got the same size uniform and you're wearing. Come on, that's not even that would propose that. They're not trying to save people from anything, and who would charge them? They're the cops. Who's going to do that? Are they going to get a lawyer and do it? Yeah, that's.
They just got people sitting around doing dumb shit all the time. I mean, that's just all that it really is.
Other than SWAT teams, no shit. And look who's trying to do it. It's just what a nightmare. People are leaving there in droves. It's like a mass exodus. I heard in California.
Yeah, to my state. Can they stop, please? I don't want them here either. Jessica
said, "Stop it, knock it off, and go back,
or go to Oregon. California plates. Go somewhere else."
Well, they all want to go to. Everybody thought for a long time California was the biggest state. It's not. Texas is for continental. Alaska is the biggest state here. Actually, pretty soon Canada will be the biggest state.
Oh yeah, Canada's going to be the biggest state. I'm gonna go get a new flag.
We don't take them seriously anyway. So yeah, we don't care. That's where the cold air comes from. It says we're seeing more law enforcement officers, particularly at the federal level, covering their faces entirely, not identifying themselves at all. And at times even wearing army fatigues where we can't tell if these are law enforcement officers or vigilante militia, Wiener said. Well, it came from Mr. Wiener. All right, so let me tell you right now, number one, all right, here's a thought. This is a novel idea. Stop doing illegal and maybe you won't have to worry about it, number one. How about that? How about be here legally and not have to worry about it? Oh, no, we're not going to address any of that. Let's just do that and then go after the people that are doing something about it, which we wanted them to. We meaning the people. The people are sovereign, not the government.
Yeah,
No, God forbid.
Let's just keep committing treason and whatever.
No, let a guy do his job. And then we could see everything and their name and all that on SWAT, everything. That way we can have a gang member or something like that go after his family because they deported two other guys. Like, whatever. I'm just speculating. What I'm saying is I might not be 100% on this, but come on, people. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Like I said, just activate the San Andreas fault. Let it go.
Activate it.
As long as it don't affect me. No, I'm kidding.
One of the twin powers activate. Form a wall. No, I'm kidding. All right. So anyway. So here we go. In Los Angeles, a series of immigration raids, June 6th, by federal officers, some with face coverings, triggered days of turbulent protests across the city. Yes, we knew about all this. Way to go, there, AP. And beyond, and led President Donald Trump to deploy National Guard troops and Marines to the LA area. All right, we already know this is like a week behind. What the hell?
Yep.
More than 100 people were detained during those raids. And immigrant advocates say that they have not been able to contact them. The state senators said that in recent months, federal officers have conducted raids while covering their faces and at times their badges and names. Okay, so right there, that's speculation. Do you have proof of that? Or is that what somebody that was about to get arrested told you? In Los Angeles,
somebody who works for somebody just wrote this article. I can tell you that.
This is you could tell this is slanted it is. Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, Concord, Downey, and Montebello. I don't know where all those. I've been to LA. I've never been to San Francisco. I've been to San Diego. Law enforcement officers are public servants, and people should be able to see their faces, see who they are, and know who they are. It'll be on the arrest thing on your thing anyway. So, I mean, otherwise,
I mean, there is a paper that there is a process, but whatever.
Right. It says otherwise, there's no transparency and no accountability. Okay. For who? The person breaking the law? Now, obviously, if they're going to go to court or anything that's going to happen, everything is going to be, you've got to give that to the defense and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like they're hiding it. What the hell who cares what the name of the person? There's 500 of them. What do you want, all their names? Stop breaking the law and maybe you won't have to worry about it. What do you think?
They even have to write an article like this. This is ridiculous.
I don't know.
It's California, so whatever. Like I said, bye. San Andreas Fault, go away.
Yep, I would just show up and be like,
over you go.
No, I would just go, just be like,
yeah, baby. Yeah.
You ever hear? Does the word trampoline mean anything to you? All right, or catapult. But in anyway, yeah. As far as that other thing is concerned, yeah, we'll have to talk more about intermittent fasting and keto because I have a lot of stuff that's going to help a lot of people if they've missed any of the things I've spoken about before. Not this person, though.
Mama, may I have cookie?
No, Diabito. Roll back to kitchen.
Oh.
All right, well, on that. Yep, you're heavy. I'm going
to. Hey, baby.
All right. So anyway, we're going to take a little break because obviously I need either a lot less coffee or a lot more. And I'm not 100%.
I need a lot more.
Yeah. Getting a little interference on your lovely iPhone, by the way. That thing is the best. You just set that on fire and throw it out if you don't mind. If that's okay. I mean,
it's absolutely okay. I probably will.
I probably will.
I'm going to smash it.
All righty then. We want an exclusive here on WGAT when you do it. Be like live from Texas. Here's
I will steal it with my new Android. I will.
You could drop the hammer like right off the couch, like just drop the elbow on it.
Anything.
Just put it right by the front door and have the kids just walk on it. There you go.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite the 300 kids over and have them smash the iPhone while I record it on my new Android.
There. Well, I record. It's good. See, now that's funny. All right. And well, anyway, it's like 100 and something. What the hell is the temperature here? I could feel it coming in here like it's, I don't know. Okay. Oh, it's really not that bad yet. It is 10:19 in the morning, 10:20, and it's 98 degrees. So that's pretty cool. So I'll be a grease spot in about an hour. But anyway, it is 10:20 in the AM here on the West Coast. It's 1:20 PM on the East Coast. And you are listening to the Mean Machine Radio Show, Mean in the Morning. Myself, Gregory Joseph, our co-host, the lovely Jessica May. And we're going to delve into a few more things before we go, but we do have to take a quick break here. And we shall be back. Like I said, it's never a dull moment, and we don't hold back. What the hell is that all about? Not doing that. Oh, what about this one?
Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
All right. Anyway, so it's good to.
Oh, I love that, Rick James, bitch.
Oh yeah, this
What? Oh no.
See, it's
oh my God.
You like the Patrick one, didn't you?
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Yes.
All right, very good. I don't know what the I'm doing anymore, but anyway, it seems to be pretty fun though. So why not? We don't have to worry about. Okay, one more time because somebody sent in can you play the Red Robin? Yes, I'll play it one more time, Ed. Then we're going to break. Here it is.
Hey, Daddy, are you gonna come to Red Robin this Father's Day? That's right. You forgot to pull out. Now you get to eat out. All daddies get one free meal this Father's Day. Fuck them kids. This day is about you, Daddy. Only at Red Robin.
right? And so there you go. As I promised. Oh, there it is. So we'll have you mute your mic while we're gone there, Jess, and we will play a little of the bullshit music. There we go. This was for someone that sent something retarded earlier, so I put that up on the screen for them. That's for you, buddy. So we're good. And yeah, here's a Jersey one. You like that one? It's good. I'm sure she should see it on there. Anyway,
I can see it. I can see it now.
All right. Yeah. Well, we're on a little bit of a delay, but that's okay. All right. So anyway, going to take a quick break. We will be back with the crack right after this. Are we? Nah.
This is New Jersey 88.7 FM, home of the Mean Machine, the Lisas, and the Meanie Angels. Don't be gay and rock on, baby. Welcome to New Jersey 88.7 FM, the home of Gen X rules. Gregory Joseph and our Meanie Angels will show you why music is life.
Hey there, alien friends. Turn off the engines of your flying saucer. You're listening to the best station in the universe, broadcasting from Earth just for you.
You are listening to the Mean Machine Radio Show, broadcasting live on New Jersey 88 WGAT. Rock on, baby!
All right, so we're back right here. Meet in the morning. Here I am, Gregory Joseph. I am one and the same. I have my lovely guest co-host live from Texas. That would be Jessica, and she was great. You know, she was very cordial and very nice enough to join us today, and kind of doing everything off the cuff. But you know what? That's when you know it's organic. We don't script anything, as you can tell, and we just kind of let it fly. There's no other way to be. I mean, honestly, that's transparency, don't you think, Jess? I mean, that's. It is what it is.
I don't know. I think I'm looking at a script here you sent me. Did you? No.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't even know how to send. I could barely send you the link. So,
by the way, I didn't realize we were broadcasting from Earth.
Oh, well, it's either that or Uranus. I mean, we had two choices here.
Yeah.
So we're good.
I just caught that.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, Earth? We're on Earth? Really?
28 minutes to go, and she got it. That's cool. But well, look, I don't write this crap. I don't know what's going on.
What?
All right. So anyway, we're going to.
Earth is fun.
Well, for those that don't know, we have our regular Saturday night show, which is Gen X based. It's 70s, 80s, 90s. For those that come by and they say hello, some of them couldn't come backstage. And it's always a lot of fun. We had a great Father's Day weekend where we gave away stuff. The 4th of July one's going to be really good. But in between now and then, yes, we will be on Saturday. We're going to have an 80s night really soon, or something combined with the 70s, 80s. Not just rock. It's predominantly that. It's mostly that. But that's... so people get their 80s fix. We get asked about that a lot. So you would be into that, right? You would dig that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, well, that's Saturday. So we're going to do this on Tuesday, maybe Thursday. If I don't get kicked off on Wednesday, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so it's for those that are listening later on, our YouTube channel is at Mean Machine Radio. And if you are following us on all the other things that we're on here, I mean, you got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, your sister's ass, whatever. We're everywhere. All of our links are actually, if you look at my bio on the on our YouTube, if it says it'll tell you more about me and blah blah blah, and then you scroll down a little bit. This is on the YouTube one, and all of our links are there. So depending on what you do, and if you want to check out different interviews, or then just audio only on Spotify or Amazon Music or even iHeartRadio, you can do so. So that's Saturday, and you'll see the ads that come out usually Friday. They usually are late every week, but you'll see it in the Saturday show. That's Eastern time, 8 o'clock Eastern and 5 o'clock Pacific time every Saturday night on WGAT, which we have it, which is 88.7 FM on satellite radio. But if you don't, it'll be streaming from my X page and another platform usually, but it's always usually X as well. All right. So anyway, real quick, while we still have a little bit of time left, I found another one, another little thing that came up, and this one's coming up from MSN. For whatever reason, I can't get it on this computer, but I have it on the other one. So I'm just going to read it, and then you can weigh in on it if you'd like, because
probably an Apple computer.
This is it. No, we don't have it. We get enough fiber. All right. So here we go. You ready for this? Postman decapitated girlfriend, then texted mother pretending to be her. These are the people that use our oxygen on a daily basis. This is incredible. I got to read this off of the teletype here. So let me move my mic. Okay. So
wow.
Yep. It says a man has admitted murdering and decapitating his 21-year-old girlfriend before texting her mother pretending to be her. That's some sick shit right there. Ewan, of course, it's never John Smith. Ewan, whatever the hell his name is, Methwin. What kind of name is that? When you have the word meth in your last name, you're already
he did some messed up stuff.
Yeah, oh, wait a minute. I didn't have my there you go. So, yeah, good one, Jess. All right. Anyway, so Ewan, whatever his name is, 27, murdered Phoenix Spencer Horn. Does anybody have normal name? When I say
what is the deal?
Jesus, already I'm ready to go on a murder spree. Here it says Horn, 21. So he was 27, she was 21 at home on November 16th last year. So apparently the AP is very slow. After the couple ordered a takeaway to their flat in Glenlee, East Kilbride. Where the hell is that? I'm guessing England. Whenever they do shit like that, it's got to be like out of this country. Anyway, because we have our own decapitations here. We don't need to borrow any.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to lose my head here. All right. So anyway, earlier that day, Medvin, we'll call him, who worked as a postman. See, this is why I don't like the mail service for Royal Mail. There you go.
Because they keep going postal.
There you go. And that's how you know the post office is actually hiring when the flag is half-mast. Yeah, that's what that is. So
That's right.
had complained to his girlfriend that her waitress shifts made him lonely. I'm going to read that again for all those that have an IQ over 6. It says that he had complained to his girlfriend that her waitress shifts made him lonely. Yep. Because that's naturally, when you feel that way, you want to chop someone's head off.
You just want to chop somebody's head off. I just want to, I'm feeling a little lonely. Let me go chop some heads off or
you look
whatever.
great in that picture, but you look a lot better as a Pez dispenser, apparently. All right. So anyway, it says the couple had been together for 2 years and met at a family party, the High Court in Glasgow, they were told. At around midnight on that Saturday, Medwin attacked Miss Spencer Horn with 3 knives, stabbing her 20 times before mutilating her body and severing her head, the court heard. He spent the weekend driving Miss Spencer Horn's red Corsa, scrolling through her phone and searching for internet pornography. Okay. As well as... Yeah. I mean, because that's upsetting.
I mean, that's just... I'm going to say he took that really personal.
He doesn't have...
loneliness.
No.
I don't know.
He's well adjusted. Anyway, so it says, as well as making several attempts to buy cocaine, according to the prosecutor. What does it mean, several attempts? Can I have cocaine? No. Please?
Right.
Like, what does that mean?
Please help me. I need to... Who's he asking? I mean, several attempts?
Well, apparently the dealers around there have like some sense of superiority, and they, when you walk over with like a bloody head in your hand, sometimes that
they're like, nah, he's got a machete, a bloody head. Nah, we might not give him none.
If I seen that coming at me and I'm a coke dealer, I'd be like, you know what, just free. It's on the house. There you go.
Yeah, throw it at him.
Yeah, here, take this. Leave us alone. Yeah, because naturally, after you sever a head and you go through that, what's the next thing that you want? Boom, cocaine. Of course you would. Why would you? Absolutely. It does the body good. All right. So they don't really put much more in here. It says that I don't know. They didn't even catch this guy. Nice job, AP. I mean, that really sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's and it's an older one, but that's what's
But they know he's running around on the phone and they don't even have the guy? Like, okay.
Apparently not. I don't know what the hell is what's going on in England. Let me continue. I got to so there's a picture of him. He doesn't look like abnormal or anything like that. Just a regular white guy. It says prosecutor Christopher McKenna said that the accused murdered is his girlfriend, Phoenix Spencer Horn, in the top floor that they shared. Late on Saturday, November 16th, he strangled her and stabbed her. He dialed 999. I guess that's their 911, I guess. But he didn't do that until November 18th. So let's do a hard stop right there. Killed her on the 16th, and he called on the 18th. So that's 2 days of what was he doing? Playing friggin' soccer with her head? Like, what the hell?
No, he was looking for cocaine.
I see. 2 days worth. I'm sure there was no odor or anything. Her mutilated and decapitated body was discovered on the 18th. Discovered. So he didn't even call. I guess he covered it, and then they discovered. It says here, the court heard that Miss Spencer Horn had seen her mother the day before and had been in good spirits at work the day she was murdered. Mr. McKenna said the police recovered texts between the accused and Phoenix. He complained of feeling lonely because of the hours she worked, and he apologized. The court had heard... What the hell? The court heard that a food order was placed around 8 p.m. and Medved did not appear to be drunk or under the influence by the delivery driver. Right, because that's who you want to ask, the delivery driver.
Yeah. Ask the guy who's driving high if the other guy's high. No, I'm just
Right.
kidding.
I mean, if you give him a $10 tip, he could have said that you were like the president. He didn't give a shit. However, in the 999 call, he claimed that the murder happened when he had a psychotic episode, you think, induced by cocaine, alcohol, and steroids. Well, that's the
Okay.
natural course of event. That's the holy trinity right there: cocaine, alcohol, and steroids. There you go. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
On Tuesday, Medwin pleaded guilty to murder and attempting to defeat the ends of justice in the High Court in Glasgow. All right, so this is just.
Well, that's just dumb. If you're going to commit murder, at least make it interesting. Do some H.H. Holmes shit. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but he had to do all 3. So let's for I don't know, for story's sake here. So let's do this real quick. So he was lonely because she was working long hours waitressing. So he went over and he ordered food, and then he ordered cocaine, and then took steroids, and then let's like swig that down with a gallon of gin. And then he chopped her head off and then mutilated her body, stabbed her 20 times. Do I have all that right? I think maybe a little out of order. That's the gist, right?
Hey, back and forth, a little bit. I don't really know.
Well,
That's
when you stab someone 20 times, something like that, that's like personal. That's not like,
that's what I said. He took it very personally. Something was taken very personally.
If I ever get that lonely, Jessica, let me know so I could abstain from that. If you don't mind, just, for friends'
Well,
sake.
if you get that lonely, you may end up chopping my head off or anybody else's head off. See, that's the problem.
Never.
Something happened. Yeah. Can you really get that lonely?
That's some really good cocaine. So shout out to his dealer because he went on that one. Yeah. Perhaps that's not what it was. I don't know.
Yeah, they put some extra stuff in there.
He gave him his best stuff. When you walk over with a bloody machete and a head in your hand, and there's like blood all over you and you look like wackadoo and, you get the best of what he's got.
The stuff from like the 1800s, the pure everything. It's just, he got the purest of pure.
Well, I can't say the guy didn't try. I wonder what he was drinking because that could have swayed it, right? I mean, I used to drink like that. I haven't drank in a very, very long time. I can't even really be around. I don't care to people that drink or whatever, but there's personal reasons why I don't. But it's not. I wasn't an alcoholic or anything. I actually enjoyed it. But it's not. Yeah, it's not conducive to rational thinking. Yeah. And then let's see, steroids. What was he going to lift weights too when he was done, or?
Well, he was getting ready to chop her head off, so maybe he needed it. Maybe she's bigger. I don't know. He needed some strength.
Or enter the collegiate draft. You never know with the steroid angle. You never
right.
Know. Go home. No, I'm kidding. All right. So it was. So hook 'em horn. I have no idea what's going on there. That could have been Nebraska because that corn makes them crazy. That's why they call them children of the corn.
Children of the corn. Oh my god. Fuck them kids.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hey, Daddy, are you gonna come to Red Robin this Father's Day? That's right. You forgot to pull out. Now you get to eat out. All daddies get one free meal this Father's Day. Fuck them kids. This day is about you, Daddy. Only at Red Robin.
Wasn't you prompted me? I figured that was your nice way of saying. Can I hear that again? Because it's kind of jovial. It's funny. All right. So but what I'm saying is, I mean, it's terrible that happened, and you don't hear about people getting decapitated every day. I mean, last time I remember hearing that stuff on a regular, but that was what it was like Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, and that was like what, the early 90s.
Yeah.
He was eating them. Oh yeah, he was like
he was like eating them and doing some crazy stuff, and then
Yep, he was playing
Ted Bundy.
Well, yeah,
I do have favorite serial killers. I'm just gonna say.
I don't even eat cereal, but I'm telling you right now, that's not even something like that guy's like he's up there with that Ed Gein and like the Boston Strangler, all that kind of. Oh my god,
right?
He was having like relations with the bodies and everything too. Like necrophilia, which is a whole level of that's where he's like right over there with the guy that like shot the Pope or whatever. Like when they're going into hell, they're like, oh, you could go right in, no waiting at all, just right in. No, we don't need to see your papers, nothing, just go right into hell. So yeah, that's
welcome.
Yeah, right. No waiting list on that one. These people, I mean, this is in the UK. Obviously, it's not where we are, but I'm sure we have our own winners here. Like, people are setting people on fire and, just stuff to do because they were lonely. Get a book, get a dog. You don't have to chop people's heads off. This is the moral of the story. I'm doing what I can for society here. Who the does that though?
Yeah, it's hard enough. I mean, gosh. Well,
I don't know. You got to quit while you're ahead. I don't know. Something like that. It's
well,
just.
I mean, it gets crazy. We had some murders over here just because somebody wanted their rental house. So they killed 3 people just their rental home.
What do you mean they wanted it?
Like they used to live there and they rented it out, and then apparently they said he couldn't rent no more, but he wanted to be able to. So 3 people went in and yeah, they killed 3 people over it, over the, being able to rent this place. And the bodies were dumped in the river.
Well, it was a very nice place from what I heard. So you got that going for you.
I guess.
I mean, that must be like a palace for it to be like, wait, let me put up the meter. Here's the meter. Nope. No movement.
Nope. It was just the fucking stupidity.
See that? Zero movement on that. I'm looking, the meter's up there on the, nope, nothing. Zero. All right. I figured I would show that just for those relaxing, having
Zero fucks to give.
That's right. We don't have any. We don't have any. For those people with the memes thing, let me throw this up there real quick. Let me get rid of this, and this will help a little bit. So we'll go through this. So here we go. This is kind of like a Jeopardy thing. There you go. This word is used to describe somebody who gets offended by memes. What is a little bitch? So there you have it, folks. Hey, look, that's Jeopardy. That's not me. We missed that episode. It was a good one. Here's a good one. Those are. I have thick
That's
skin.
a good one if that was real, because that's true.
I would go on that show. There you go. How about that one? Billy Mays here with the butthurt. Up on your screen, folks. So
fucking offended.
Oh my God, I'm
I'm offended they came up with that word. I mean,
oh my God. Here's the pronoun one I have. So this is what you do with your pronouns. I'll read it too. It says, number 1, unwrap your pronouns. Number 2, moisten your pronouns with water or water-based lubricating jelly. And number 3, it says, I need my glasses because it's kind of small on the bottom there. Just I want to be able to be correct on this. So it says, lie on your left side and bend your right knee. This is for people I'm describing this to can't watch. It says bend your right knee up towards your chest. Gently push your pronouns into your rectum so that they're deep enough to not come out. So there you go. We're just trying to help. I'm trying to do my my due diligence on trying to help. So number 1, unwrap them. Number 2, moisten them with water or, like Vaseline, whatever you got laying around from the night before. And boom, there you go. Right into the cooler. Number 3. It's a win-win for all of us. So yeah. That's
whatever. I don't acknowledge any of that shit.
I don't even fill out those type of things. People filling that stuff out like a job or something like that.
And if people are offended by that, I find that funny.
Do you speak English? Just put C next time. Just put C on there. See what happens. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? You put murder twice, and if you don't hire me, I'll kill you too. See what happens. Just as a joke. Just throw it in there. Just see what happens.
Just to see.
It says sex. You put yes, please. Whatever, just to mess around with them. Are you bilingual? Be like, no, I'm full. Thank you for asking. Let's see what else we got on here. You know what? I would feel just to goof around on it, just to screw around with Indeed.
I do shit like that all the time. Let's go to a party and then walk up to somebody and go, I personally have no problem with you being here, and just see what happens. Make them think, like, who does have a problem with it?
Right. And I love that, like at certain parties and everything, or like there's a big gathering or whatever, and there's like, it's loud, and you can't hear yourself. Thinking you're sitting, like, let's say I'm at an event with you or something, we're sitting and I'm right next to you, but you can barely hear me or whatever. And then I raise my voice. It's always a break in the noise. Yes, Jessica, last month I did have my balls laminated, and then all of a sudden everybody can hear you. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh!
Well, it's not something
that just reminds me of my grandson this weekend. We were having a talk about fish, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, Grammy, my balls hurt." He's 6. I don't know, and I couldn't help him out. I don't know.
Well, yeah, if you were,
he has no filter either. He said, "I said, can you repeat that, please?" And he said, "My balls hurt." I said, okay, let me get your dad.
How old is he?
6.
All right. Have him give me a call when he's 18. He's definitely going to be a meme machiner. I can tell already. I like it. So it's good. Even TikTok that came on, and a lot of people like TikTok annoys me. When every time I want to get rid of it, they're like, no, and something funny will come up. This was a while ago. It might have even been a year ago, or maybe not even. And I just remember, I wish I had it. I don't have it here, but some people know about this and maybe others don't. So for those that don't, it is a husband and wife, a young husband and wife or whatever. They're at a park and they're with their son. This kid can't be more than like 7, 8 years old tops. And like he's playing around with, and I guess they're leaving the park or whatever, and this kid turned around and he saw I guess one of the girls, like at that age everyone's like, oh, girls, ew, like there's not like, and I still get like that by the way. Ew. Anyway, well, it changes. Everything's fine for years, and then as you get older, then you're like, ew. No, I'm kidding. So you're like, okay. And he sees the girl or whatever. I guess they don't get along. He's her classmate. And she yells something at him. The girl, I can't even keep a straight face. True story. This is on, and it was a live TikTok. So the mother and the husband, the husband and wife are right there, and the kid's there. And kid turns around, and the girl yells out something like, what was it again? I see now my mind went blank. This happens when you get older. And I can't remember when because I'm older. But something to the effect of, you have like your dick is the size of a Tic Tac or something like that. She said, you know what I'm talking about? This kid turns around and goes, yeah, he goes, that's why your mother's breath is so minty fresh. I love it.
I'm like, yeah, it's like my grandson, no filter, greatness.
Well, that reminded me of that. It's funny because and the father was like, and she's like hitting him. He's like, it's not my fault. I would have laughed too. It was funny as hell.
Right. I could not believe he said that to me. I had to make him repeat it. I was not sure I was hearing him right. And when he repeated it, he was almost offended that I didn't. My balls hurt.
That sounds like South Park or something like that. But that's funny. Yeah. That's what TikTok is. Your mom's brother's a minty friend. This is a 7-year-old that came up with this.
That's
like, rock, baby.
Hey, maybe some cool shit's coming back. These kids are making come back.
These are there's your next chief of police, by the way. But anyway, that's but it's just kind of funny. Yeah, you get that stuff occasionally. All right, so we still have a few minutes. So I'm going to we can read. You want me to read? Find another ridiculous thing? What do you want to do? We got time for one more, I think.
Everything's ridiculous, so
it is.
Game on.
I don't know if they're just making this shit up. If it's just good. I don't know. Press or like they're trying to get people to. All right, so let's see. We got money, weather, watch, shopping. Well, we'll go into news. Not that that's any better, but because it's all going to be like political and everything. So I got to go past all this stuff real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. R. Kelly. Remember him? R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Hospitalized after prison overdose, alleged murder plot. Lawyers say. Okay. You're not going to get any sympathy from me for after what that guy did.
Oh, no. They're trying to kill him in prison? Is that what this is?
Well, it says alleging a murder for hire plot against him.
I mean, most people who do what he did get shanked in prison anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Son of Sam got shanked in there. Freaking what's his face got killed in there. Dahmer. They killed him.
Yeah. So I mean,
he's like,
kind
fine.
of expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't have to,
yeah. I mean,
it's a little expected. It's like the rumor is you can do some wild shit, but you do some other shit. They don't put up with it, and they'll just shank you.
No, you can do this and rape people and kill them and murder them, chop their heads off or whatever. But if you like something with kids or something like that, oh, you're bullseye on you now.
Forget that shit. You're gone. And I'm okay with them doing it. Sorry.
I didn't see nothing.
Sorry. I'm not sorry.
A major company to remove all artificial dyes from its foods, which we should have done years ago. They knew about it and they didn't do that. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. I don't want to mention which brand it was, but they're showing Jell-O. Just figured I'd throw that out there. I wonder if that's natural. I got those colors. Come on. Who doesn't know that shit? They've been complaining about red dye and this number 4, number 5 since the 70s.
Fucking ever. If you don't know that, then I'm sorry. I can't even talk to you. It's ridiculous.
I mean, it's hard to get through. It's all politics. Jesus, you guys don't take a break or whatever. Meta is pulling ads in WhatsApp. I don't even have WhatsApp, nor do I want it.
I don't. Nope.
A $795 annual fee. JP Morgan Chase unveils a new Sapphire Reserve card. There's a lot of perks, but you pay $800. So once you got past that, then you get the perks. Look at this. Okay, here we go. Doctor who supplied Matthew Perry, the guy from Friends. Remember him, Matthew Perry? He died.
Yeah.
It says, doctor who supplied Matthew Perry with ketamine pleads guilty, faces 40 years in prison. So would they whack this guy or what? I mean, the show sucked, but you don't mean you have to kill the guy. Yeah, that's what it says.
He was killed?
Oh, no. I mean, he didn't die of that. I think they said an overdose. Well, you know what?
No, Matthew Perry was, but they got the guy in prison.
I don't know. Let's read this real quick. Let me share my screen then, since that's the one that you want.
I thought it was a female doctor. I don't know.
I honestly, I don't even know. All right, so there it is. It's up on the screen now. Dr. Salvador Placentia, whatever his name is, a physician charged. Yeah, well, it says charged with 4 others in the death of actor Matthew Perry, has pleaded guilty to his role in the substance abuse that contributed to the Friends star tragic passing. Placentia, whatever his name is, also known as Dr. P. That's what you want to be called,
These
Doctor.
damn names you got going on today.
That should be a urologist. Yeah. When you got to pee a lot, I'm going to go see Dr. P. It says pleaded guilty on June 16th to 4 counts of distribution of ketamine, according to a copy of the plea agreement filed in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. There we go again. And obtained by USA Today. Obtained.
Explains everything.
He paid us. Let me have that shit. The physician, my lips didn't go through customs. The physician faces up to 40 years in prison for the offenses. As part of the plea deal, Placentia acknowledges that he knowingly distributed ketamine to Perry before his 2023 death, behaved in a manner outside the scope of professional practice, and the drug distribution lacked a legitimate medical purpose. Well, why the hell does anybody get ketamine anyway?
It's a horse tranquilizer.
That's what I thought it was. And he's just not the best looking guy, but he doesn't look like a horse. Why would they use that? I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't work really well. In my field, we've had to use it before, and the doctor.
What exactly is it?
It is the tranquilizer. It puts you to sleep. It doesn't put you fully under. But I saw one lady, and the doctor's just jamming a bunch of ketamine in her, and she just wouldn't go down. She was just kicking and flopping, but she wouldn't pass out.
Why can't they just use heroin like a normal human being? What's the matter with these people?
Just use some better drugs. Yeah, because that one, I've watched people in my field of work, and it doesn't work really well. They just start flipping out and flopping, and they don't even go to sleep.
It says behaved in a manner outside the scope of professional practice. You think? You think? He weighs like $150 soaking wet, and they give this guy, well, all right, well, maybe he was a little heavier than that, but that seems like he wanted to take him out. That kind of reminds me not exactly, but kind of like the Michael Jackson thing. Remember? Like that was like the doctor was like.
These doctors, they'll just take money. That's how it is nowadays. They don't give a shit.
5 people charged in Matthew Perry's death, including friends, actors, doctor, assistant. In addition to prison time, other conditions of Placentia's sentence could also include a 3-year period of supervised release, a fine of $2 million, or alternatively twice the gross gain or gross loss resulting from the offenses. Here we are, back to money again, and a mandatory special assessment of $400. Really? Really? Okay. I'm not going to go.
Well, again, let's just activate the San Andreas fault because California is fucked up.
It is. I don't know. I'm not saying all the people are, but as a whole, like I could live there if I wanted to. I don't want to. I've been to. I mean, some of the stuff there is cool. I haven't been all, but I actually wanted to go to Northern California, go like Napa Valley and the Bay Area, just to check it out and everything. It's a huge state to be able to do everything in just a couple of trips, but. Yeah, LA to me is like Newark, New Jersey with palm trees. It's really not any different that I can tell. It's weird. Like when you go there, being from the East Coast as I am, going and say, oh, we're going to go west to go hit the ocean. It's just odd because my whole life we go east to go to the ocean.
I go east. Yeah. East to the ocean.
Yeah, right. For you have to go south.
Oh, yeah. It takes me longer to get across Texas.
Well, we're not going to divulge where I know we are, but we're not going to divulge it out here. But it would take you some time. It's a big state. I mean, it's not,
Most of travel time is getting across Texas.
Jeez.
It's ridiculous.
I lived in Florida. That's a big state too. I mean, going from South Florida, where I was, like 95454 area, and going up to like like Fort Lauderdale area. So you're not all the way down by Miami or Hollywood or anything like that, but or the Keys. But you are. I've been to all those places. I lived there for years, and just getting out of the state. Like if you're driving up 95 straight shot, right, and you're hitting almost to the end of Florida, right before Georgia. That's like Jacksonville, like in that area. It takes like 4.5 hours, 5 hours, like depending on if there's traffic. It takes a while to get there, and you're still in the goddamn state. So I can imagine Texas is even bigger.
Oh, Texas is longer. Yeah,
not long.
If I was to head to Florida, I mean, where I usually go is like 13 hours. Let's say most of that's getting across Texas. Okay, like
by the time you're still in the state, and you're like, I'm just turning.
Yeah, I start going fuck Texas, but I love.
No,
I love Texas, but I start getting mad.
Let's drive back and hit the airport or whatever. Like go to San Antonio, wherever. Just I don't want to even leave the state anymore. I'm older. I'm tired, and just get off the lawn. Just leave me alone. That's unfortunately Gen X, but we're getting there. Not all of us. Some of us. Anyway, as we wrap it up a little bit. So, like I said, we only touched on a few things, but there is just never a shortage of just stupid, ridiculous. I don't know. These people are here. I mean, this isn't made up. This is not fiction. It is
absolutely not fiction.
We touched on a lot of different things. The football thing. We talked about the credit repair thing, about the weight loss thing, there was several things that we can maybe hit more if we do it again on Thursday. At least we'll have like some kind of a starting sheet, so to speak. But that might be good. I mean, we got the main voyage out of the way. Wouldn't be bad. That's something that could be fun. Oh, I know it'll be fun. We make it fun because we do it just off the cuff. That's what it is. It's not really the news. It's really what's going on, but this is what you're not going to hear. You're not going to be like, when you watch the news, you wish people could do it. Be like, look at this idiot. Like, no, they're not going to say it, but you want to say it.
That would be fucking great.
Wouldn't it be great? Yeah.
It would be.
How about football games too? Look at this ass.
Oh.
Nice pass, head. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
I just want them to mic up all the players too, though, so we can hear that. That would be great.
Maybe. Or the coach, but he's cursing out and yelling at him like this idiot. Like you can't. Like remember back in the day when who was the coach that was like choking players and
No, yeah.
Woody Hayes? Who was that?
I can't remember, but yeah, it's
from Ohio State. He was like choking. He's like, get over here, or like Bobby Knight, like basketball. Like college basketball. He would freaking lose his mind. Bobby Knight, Indiana, great coach, but he was nuts. And but he got the most out of his players. So everybody's got their own demo, so to speak, their own way of doing things, I guess. So I guess whatever works, right?
Whatever works, I guess. Choke them, hit them, smack them. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's just the fun part that we hear about. But in any event,
yeah.
So we'll go to you one last some final thoughts here, Jessica. What do you think? What's going? What are your thoughts and feelings at this moment? Anything?
My thoughts and feelings at this moment is you've given me some information on more stupid shit. But now I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But
don't blame me.
It's still gonna be a great day. I don't let those stupid people bother me. So great day. It's a great day. I can still have a good outlook, and
I can tell already that you're partially lying, but that's cool though. Thanks for
I am partially lying because I don't want them to exist. Actually, so
yeah, I know. If it wasn't for gravity and law enforcement, I would just like wipe out everything that I got.
Just blow it up. The word "just do it" is in my head all the time. It's like, do it.
Right. Yeah, like a Nike thing. Look, I would grab something stupid happens in front of you. We're walking down the street, let's say, and something stupid happens or just ridiculously retarded. Like, okay, and you could just grab like 3 of like your closest neighbors or anyone that's in the area. Forget about the jury. Forget about going to court. Forget about warrants. Forget about like bench things. No. Just come over here and let me explain to you what just happened. And if the answer is death, then we can kill him right there, and that's it. You know what I mean? And no more this or separation or trial. No, you deserve to die for doing stupid like
right.
that.
I think we should go back to old school stuff. I mean, the Middle Ages stuff,
Right.
they do stuff. Just go. Let's do public square hangings again. Like,
Right. Let's put them
get
in.
it out of the way right then and there. Fucking quit dragging it out on death row.
No, you don't get probation. You get the guillotine. How you like them apples? Yeah.
I fucking love the guillotine. Bring it back, please.
Well, don't lose your head on this. Let me tell you something. Yeah, that's the French. The kind of asshole. I don't know what they were thinking. Well, I believe that was them, but
the Iron Maiden, all of it. Believe me, I know my torture stuff.
Just be like, what do you like? You like classical music? All right, listen to this. This is called Slayer, and put it right in their ear. It's like Chinese water treatment or what they call.
Well, no, they had this torture device called the Iron Maiden. Have you not?
The Iron Maiden. That's right. Number of
check it out. It's crazy.
I know
my torture devices. You know
how you get me. You put like either gangster rap or country music on, and then I'm gonna off myself at any given moment if I have to listen to that shit.
Yeah, like that mumble rap stuff that you don't know what they're saying.
Oh, dude, straight out of. Shut up, please. We don't care. You should be straight into jail anyway. But it's not I don't care. I mean, to each his own. Some people like different types of music. That's not really my thing, but I mean, whatever. Can't stand country music either. I've tried.
I cannot stand it.
Really?
They've either lost their car, dog, woman. They're crying over something every single fucking day.
Well, that's how you got their stuff back. You would play the record backwards. They used to say you got your wife back, your car back, your house back, your dog back. Yeah, so but it's not as twangy as it was like Waylon Jennings. It's a little bit more mainstream. Now, here's the weird thing. I do like Southern rock, like Skinner and stuff like that. Like I can deal with that. There's something about I can't. It makes me feel like not well.
It's depressing. I wake up to Limp Bizkit and say, let's break some shit. That's like that's how I feel every day. But
No Biscuit? Yeah. No, what is it
no,
called?
Limp Bizkit. Wake up and be like,
there you
the
go.
song,
No
break
Biscuit.
shit.
Yeah. It's just one of them days. Everybody's like, yeah, I know. I know.
I used to go to work on that vibe every day. I'd turn that up.
Well, then you're going to like Saturday because we play a lot of the you can tell as the night goes, and we'll get to like 11:30, 12 o'clock. All of a sudden, it's like Godsmack, Metallica, freaking Psychosocial.
I like it. I like them all. I like all that, and I like all the pre. I'm a Motley Crue. I'm everything.
Well, if you ever slide by on a Saturday, stop around and stop by on Saturday. You will enjoy these things. We play a lot of Motley Crue. We played a lot. Everything.
I freaking love Motley Crue.
Yeah. I'll tell you the story how Vince Neil almost broke my left pinky. I actually still have the scar. Story. Yeah. I never told you the story. I'll say it on Saturday. We'll give you a pass since you stop by for a little while backstage on Saturday night. And I promise if you do that, I will tell the story. I still have the mark from it. It was at the Metal Factory in 1997. And I put my hand out or whatever. And they were running through. Mick Mars, all of them came through the security and all that. And I had my hand out. We had passes to be back there because we were working for WSHE back then. It was the rock station in South Florida. The Metal Factory. This is when it wasn't even Motley Crue. It was when Vince Neil was doing like his solo shit. This was like the late 90s. And they had other people there. So they were running through with security and everything. And he was running around the thing and we're tapered off. So they all got their hands out. So I'm a little closer because we have the press pad, passes and stuff. So we're a little bit closer. And he comes whipping around the corner and he's stronger than he looks. He didn't look it. And I had my hand and he was just kind of slapping the hands, but then he wound up. Like he went back behind his head and then just let it fly. And my hand happened to be out there. And I'm kind of tall. I'm 6'2", so I was able to reach over, and he nails my pinky. And I'm like, I had to have it in that little finger like bed, the little green and metal thing. Like, oh my god, he whipped it, and there's a scar there. I'm like, you son of a bitch!
Wow,
it's so cool. I'm like, no, it's not.
It is so fucking cool, though. I'd be privileged to be.
I got stories. I fell asleep on the plane on Phil Collins' shoulder. I pissed on Sammy Hagar's right foot. I mean, I got stories, Jessica. Stick with me. And they're all true. They're all true. I almost had to fight Richie Blackmore from Def Leppard from Deep Purple over the last Slim Jim at 7-Eleven in Fort Lauderdale. True story. I gave it to him because that's fucking Deep Purple, I kid you not. We didn't have phones accessible and available and everything. So some we have pictures of, some we don't. But it's true. Why would I make it up? But I still have the scar on my right pinky. Yep, that's Vince Neil almost breaking my hand for no reason. I learned my lesson.
Wow.
That's right. If I'm going to have someone
Yeah,
do
I
it,
freaking love Motley Crue. Nikki Sixx is one of my favorite bassists. It's
we play a lot of that on Saturday. So there you go. You're in the right place, definitely. I tell you, if I'm going to get that broken, it better be Ozzy. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Oh, I love Ozzy too.
Well,
Ozzy's fucking great.
Yep. So he's got his final thing. I put it up on my page a while ago, about a week or so ago. The final thing with him and Black Sabbath. They're only going to do like a song or two, but it's better than nothing. But they're actually going to be together. Him and Tony Iommi, and I mean, cool, right? Yeah, yeah. It's coming up. This is it. This is the last of it. I don't know where it is. I got to scroll down.
Well, I mean, he is almost dead, so.
Well, he is the Prince of Darkness, so he'll live forever.
But he really freaking is, man.
Oh, I love Ozzy. What are you kidding me?
I love it.
Out in the dark.
His last album is amazing.
Mm-hmm. We play a lot of it. We do. And you can, well, you know me, so you kind of have an in. Like, I guess I could play your request if you ask me. I don't know. We'll see. No, I'm kidding. Of course I would. But it's, no, but it's cool. We play a lot of that stuff. So, in any event, all right. So we're going to wrap it up right there. We went over a little bit because we got a little bit of a late start because of our technical.
Let's just say it, because of the stupid fucking iPhones and Apples.
Right off of the hook, but you just went right back. That's okay. Yeah, iPhones suck ass. I don't know what. I mean, it's fine if you're 11, I would think, but no. So put that by the front door and let the kids like run over, and then you'll be like, "Oh my god, what happened? Like, I need a new phone." That'll be great.
As I record it with my Android, like I said, it may happen.
Right, you have to have another phone first. That is correct.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we have you on there, so we had you on Firecracker, but we'll think of another name for you, something, because I forgot that you have like you'll start shaking or something if we do that, right?
No, not that bad. It's not that bad, but
all right. Well, all right. Well, I mean, I guess we could, we'll put it up there for now. So there you go. There's your little Firecracker. But I wanted to, I appreciate you being here today. Hopefully we'll see you.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, it's fun, and we go over different things. It's not the music part of it; it's all the other things that we do. However, it is fun, and we're going to start bringing in new and inventive things. Like I said, for during the week, different parts of the show. But Mean in the Morning right now seems to be a good way to go. So for those that are listening in, it's at Mean Machine Radio on our YouTube channel, and at WGAT Mean Radio if you want to follow us on Twitter, or the artist formerly known as Twitter. That would be X. And yeah, Jessica's on there too. She's a meanie angel in training. Once again, my lips did not go through customs. So there you go. But anyway, yeah. So if not Thursday, we'll definitely see you backstage on Saturday. It'll be cool. We'll play a lot of rock. Motley Crue. Yeah, we get a lot of
Poison, you know.
Yeah, we played all. It's all Gen X stuff, 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah, we played
Leonard Skinner, you know, all that good stuff. I love it all.
Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, we play a lot. I like a lot of the like Too Fast for Love album. I played a lot of stuff off of there.
Some Foreigner, Bad Company. Do you play?
I played Bad Company over the weekend. You missed it.
Freaking love Bad Company.
We played 3 of them. Actually, I opened the show, I believe, with Can't Get Enough of Your Love. See, you missed it. You're out around and you missed it. See? So stop doing that.
Mother on Father's Day.
No, bullshit. I don't want to hear it. No, I don't care if it's friggin' Flag Day or Groundhog Day. You're coming on Saturday. I don't want to hear it. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. She hung in there pretty good. Yep, that's Jessica. So there you go. And we will see her again. Thank you, Jess. All right, well, like I said, Jessica May, she'll be back. She's cool. I know rockin' chicks. I can see them from a mile away. You know what I mean? Come on. She's cool. So she's hanging here at the Mean Machine. So she has to be. Anyway, that is me. And that is I. I am Gregory Joseph. Thank you for listening to Mean in the Morning right here, presented by WGAT. We are on New Jersey 88.7 FM, WGAT on the East Coast and on the West Coast with the feed. We get both, and that'll be Saturday night. So we're going to try to do another Meet in the Morning this Thursday, and that would be 11 o'clock a.m. on the East Coast, 8 a.m. on the West Coast. And remember, if you want to drop us a line, you have some requests, some whatever it might be. If you inquiring about anything, we are still hiring. I believe they're for interns and for social media managers and for different positions, business managers, all sorts of stuff. You've seen some of the ads, but you can send it right to careers@meanmachineradio.com or info@meanmachineradio.com. If you know some people that are doing nothing with their lives and they need to do stuff during the week, we could certainly use you. Basically, we don't give up. As long as you have a decent resume and you can prove it, that should be fine. You don't have to be on the air or anything. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that allow me to do what I do. I need to have those people doing their thing. So admins will take a look at that, your resume and everything, send it over, or you could send it, like I said, directly to me. info@bmachineradio.com. All right, so that's going to do it for your Tuesday. It is, wow, it's June 17th already. Man, doesn't it feel like you pay rent or your mortgage like every week? Doesn't it feel that way? Especially if you get paid twice a month. Like every time you get paid, you're like, oh, that shit's gone. But anyway, once again, thanks a lot to Jessica May, a.k.a. Firecracker, for the time being anyway. She's cool. She really is. And I appreciate her being here. And our banter was pretty good. So I hope she decides to come back. And I hope you people enjoyed it. Like I said, we're just being us. I'm just being me. I don't hold back. And neither should you. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to the Mean in the Morning right here. Mean Machine Radio Show. New Jersey 88.7 FM, WGAT. If we don't see you Thursday, you can definitely stop by on Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time for our regular show, 70s, 80s, 90s. It's all Gen X, baby. By the way, we own that now. Hashtag Gen X rules. Yeah, that one's mine. Sorry, you can't have it. I had it first. So anyway, not the word Gen X, but that, yeah, it's already in the works. It's already a done deal. So sorry, you snooze, you lose, baby. Adios. See you. Take care. Say a prayer, comb your hair, and we will see you there. Rock on, baby.
You're listening to the best radio in the universe. Non-stop music. All day long.
You are listening to New Jersey's badass radio legend, Gregory Joseph on New Jersey 88.7 WGAT baby.
Hey, Daddy, are you gonna come to Red Robin this Father's Day? That's right. You forgot to pull out? Now you get to eat out. All daddies get one free meal this Father's Day. Fuck them kids. This day is about you, Daddy. Only at Red Robin.